Oh, let's go,
baby.
dude. Tom Kelly, dude.
It's been forever.
It's great to see you, man.
You too.
It's great to be back in the Buddy Studio.
Buddy Studios.
It looks, I gotta say though, it looks very similar to an old podcast I used to watch.
Well, we try to recreate the same thing.
Is that right?
Yeah, the same feeling.
Like exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone of the viewers remember the Sunset Heights podcast, but it looked almost identical. I mean, I don't think you changed a single thing.
This isn't really Johnny Carson moving from New York to L.A. It's
No.
kind of...
Well, yeah, but you got to keep the seat. You got to give them what they want, you know?
That is what
I mean,
they want.
you did move the waters at least. That was
Well,
a nice
that's
touch.
all. I mean, you know, it's all angles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, it's great to be here, dude.
I'm so pumped to have you guys.
I haven't seen
How
you
you
in a
been?
long
It's
time.
been
Actually,
so long. I've
Yeah.
been back and forth. And
you've been
it's
doing
nonsense.
day mics, haven't you?
I have. They're awkward.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're so awkward.
I prefer my mics at night.
How's it feel getting out of the mic and then like the sun just immediately on your face?
It's terrible. Like because like I feel like comedy's like a night thing.
It
I don't
is.
know why.
It is. Where you been going during the day?
During the day, go to Hollywood. What's it called? The
Comedy?
cafe.
No,
Fourth Wall Cafe. Go there. Hollywood comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really only a couple.
Yeah.
There's not many.
No, like the earliest, even some start at like 6 to 7.
Yeah. I do like the improv mics though. They're fun.
You've been going to the improv ones?
Yeah, I've gone to a couple.
Hell yeah,
The-
man! You
They're
haven't told
fun.
us
In
this.
the main room or what's
The lab work.
LabWorks room?
No, no. At this like one of the early ones. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning at the
Really?
Hollywood comedy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the improv.
No.
Oh.
No, improv mic like.
Oh,
Like
okay,
they,
I got
like
you.
they
I got
give you
you.
the suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the
No,
the-
I have not.
the
Are
actual
you
improv?
allowed back? I mean, rumor has it that you've been banned.
Look, I never got it wasn't on paper, but I sort of banned myself, to be honest, there for a while. But no, I've been hitting the Laugh Factory mic instead.
Nice.
What he's referring to is a massive bomb that I had at the improv,
It was.
which was totally everyone else's fault and not my own.
Well, I mean, the
Might I-
audience.
Well,
the audience. I heard the audience was terrible that day.
Walk
Yeah,
them,
that
walk
and-
them through what that mic was.
Yeah.
Because from what I hear, it was different than the normal jig they have there.
We don't need to get into my
Oh,
improv.
Let's go,
bomb.
baby. Let's go.
We don't need to
baby.
talk about that. But
My friends who listen literally texted me. They're like, "We want to hear about some of your bombs." Like,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Show me the text.
Let's go.
Show me the fucking
And I was like,
text.
"I've got the perfect guest for you guys."
No, we've been hitting the Laugh Factory open mic though, and it's been going good. And I think you should go. Are you free on Tuesdays?
It's at such a weird time.
Yeah.
Like it's maybe I'll be able to. It's just-
5:30 to 6:30.
It's so random. Like I haven't been able to on a Tuesday yet.
It's pretty bad, but
They let some creatures crawl into that place.
Yeah, they do.
but-
Well, Tyler Strauss did well, and he's
Mhm.
like, I don't know, like he was trying to explain it to me, and I don't get it. But like,
No,
we were there
like,
for
he's
a few of
still-
his
Were you?
Yeah,
callbacks.
He
and
got a
stuff.
few callbacks and got a showcase spot and did very well. But
Really funny
That's
dude.
just because he's.
I
Hilarious.
mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like our whole thinking of, because we used to go to the improv mic every week, and it's held at the same time as the Laugh Factory mic.
Oh, it's tough.
They're both 5:30 to 6:30, so it forces you to choose. And of course, everybody chooses the improv,
Yeah.
because it's better. But our thinking was
Well, the improv's like packed.
packed out.
Well, also, don't
full
people
house.
people wait like for hours for the Laugh Factory?
Yeah,
too, don't they?
they'll line up at noon because it like if anyone's watching that doesn't know how it works, it's like the first 10 people in line, they get up and then it's a couple of callbacks and then it goes straight to a bucket.
Yeah.
and they'll pull like 9.
Oh,
10.
that's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the improv-
I forgot about the bucket.
The improv's all bucket for an hour, and I think they do 2 callbacks or something like that.
You get 3 minutes.
Is
right?
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
3 minutes. 2 minutes at the Laugh Factory, and it's got to be clean. But
Okay.
But you got to choose one, and of course everyone chooses the improv because it's better and nicer, and like there's like it's packed out with all comics, and it's like the toughest room
Yeah.
in fucking LA. I feel like because it's just all comics,
Which is the worst. People like. Yeah.
terrible.
I feel like people listening think, "Oh yeah, comics, they'll all laugh."
Nope.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, it's really tough. So our thinking was, everyone's going over here. Why not we? How about we go where they're
Yeah.
not looking?
Yeah.
And it's been working. We've been getting up at the Laugh Factory a lot.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I mean, I've done great. I bombed there. But it's nice, and there's like a few other like good comics that we see there who are like really about it and stuff, and they had the same kind of idea, and I see it working for them too. But it's a rough mic, the Laugh Factory one.
I mean, you bomb with grace, though. When you're bombing, you know it, and you just go. You're just like,
well, thank you, Tom.
Bomb with grace. I think that's the way.
No, there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
You can bomb without like burning it all down. You know? You can like have fun with it.
But that's something that's learned. I bombed with Grace last night. I did.
You did actually.
Yeah, I went up and just the crowd. I'm not blaming the crowd. I'm just saying I wanted to pull up my phone and play a recording of a show and being like, "This is they laugh at this. They've laughed before. I promise.
I swear I'm funny."
Yeah. And I got 2 jokes in, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make my mouth make the shapes that the words are, and then just ride this out like a wave. And it was so bad.
But also some jokes weren't working, but you like laughed it off, like you're like, whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah, that comes with time though. I used to like
just get angry.
I used to scorch earth bomb. I used to just been like, nah, fuck all you.
Yeah,
because I've had some of those.
When you first start, it like hurts your feelings. You're like, because you think you're doing so good, and then you get a show, you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
The same way you have to learn how to do like crowd work or riffing or anything, you also have to learn how to bomb in a way that like they don't hate you when you walk off stage. It's like a soft landing. It's like, you know those parachutes that come out when like the Apollo thing splashes into the ocean? That's what you get. That's what you have to learn to do.
Slow descent.
Instead of just like, bam.
Yeah.
Also, silence is a big thing I noticed, is because like I'll be telling a story or something, and maybe they're not like howling laughing, but they are paying attention. And I'll take one of those, please.
Ooh, hey.
Is that ice cold there?
Yes.
Ooh, sheesh. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Always keeping the wheels flowing. Because maybe they're not laughing, but I've noticed that they are paying attention.
Yeah.
Which is the next best thing. They're not on their phone, and they're not just like writing, like not paying attention.
Well, me and Tony were talking. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but he.
I know what you guys talked about on the pod. Football for an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, we was rolling up to the Super Bowl, and all he could take. He brought up the Chiefs for like probably 20 times.
Oh yeah, no, I watched it.
Wait, Nick?
It was
Are you serious?
The week leading up, you know.
That's not like him at all.
But no, we were saying, because I told him that because he always bails on jokes on stage.
Yeah.
But I tell him, like, everybody's listening to what you're like. You think no one's laughing, but you haven't gotten to a funny part yet. Like everybody's on board with what. Like everybody's like listening and waiting for where it's going.
Yeah,
and then you're like, I'm not doing it. Hey, I'm not doing this.
It's because Nick to Tony has this like thing about him that he hasn't realized yet, and he's got this something that draws people in.
Oh, he's hilarious.
When he starts,
he's so funny.
When he starts talking, people pay attention.
It's like a magnet.
Yeah, and he hasn't realized it yet, and he will. But he thinks, "Oh my God, it's silent.
Exactly.
I need to move on. Hey, Doors. How about Doors? I'll do the Doors joke again." That's how he thinks. The Doors work. Nick, stop doing Doors. Yeah, but he bails, but people are really he's very engaging.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And that's great. Like you just have to get used to silence. Because your setups are not the funny part.
Yeah. Yeah, also it's like be comfortable, like you know where you're going, just kind of let it go.
That took a long time to like get used to though, because like in the very beginning you're just like, if they're not laughing right now, I'm bombing. And it's we do this bit on our podcast. We have this list called Comedy Sins. And somewhere on that list, I forget where, it's called Be Okay with just it being quiet. It doesn't mean you're bombing. It just means you're setting stuff up.
Yeah.
And if you do a joke and it doesn't work, don't beat the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's you guys didn't like that. Oh, that sucked. Fuck me. Oh, what else? You know.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't work. Whatever. We'll just fucking move on.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal.
The only person that's gonna ever think about it again is you.
Yeah.
Like nobody's coming out of that room being like, "Wow, that joke." I'll never forget how bad that joke was.
Also, dude, speaking of other comics remembering things, like comics have this weird idea. They're like, this one person heard me do this joke 2 weeks ago. I can't do it again. It's like they don't remember you, dude.
That's in my head all the time.
All right,
you gotta,
anytime I used to think about that, I tell myself, I'd be like, all right, what was his full set the last time you saw him? And you couldn't remember a single joke.
Nope.
It's not like people aren't looking at you the way, like you're not that important.
No, yeah, because they're
You're
not
nobody.
We're pretty self-centered people. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Comics, we're pretty focused on ourselves.
Yeah.
Some more positively than others, and yeah, it's like, dude, just do this shit, work this shit out.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Dude, we lived together. I can't remember half the jokes you did last night.
Thank God. Thank God. I had a rough set last night.
Where'd you go?
Hollywood Comedy.
Yes.
That's a rough room a lot of times.
Yeah.
I like it there. I like it there though because it's a lot of like, it's always such a random group of people. Like there's like sometimes there's like one person that you know, but
Barely.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, where do these people come from?
And it's
I like that.
It's cool, but it's like, how come I never see you guys
Right?
anywhere else?
Yeah, where are they going?
It's weird. But then there's like the opposite side of the coin is like you go to Badger and Jam, and it's the same 5 people.
Yeah.
And then Badger and Jam, you really can't like do the joke again because it's like, oh, it's the same people.
But then mics like that are great because then you know you can try new stuff.
Yeah,
Because you know, like,
that's my favorite mic to do new material.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's the best crowd. I don't know what it is about that particular mic, but it attracts like really quality open micers. And so like
it's the best of the best.
Yeah, so if you try new stuff there and it works, you're like, oh, I'm onto something.
Yeah.
And you go to the Hollywood Comedy the next night and it eats shit, and then you.
I'll tell you though, Badger
look at
ain't
the nightstand.
Badger ain't been hitting lately.
I know.
I'll be
I know,
honest.
I've heard.
Not since the King left. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, dude. Oh God.
I know.
I'm not pointing any fingers, but
I know. One day I'll be back.
Dude, that we talk about that.
The return.
We talk about that all the Return of the King. We talk about that all the time. Like Wednesday night at Badger, it was like an institution. I don't want to play it up too much, but it really was like this thing.
It was so fun.
When you were hosting. It was like once a week, late night, 9 to 10.
Wednesday night,
you would host. It'd be great energy. Literally every single time for like a year and a half straight. And we all go down to the Comedy Store, get drinks, and hang out after.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Dude, the slotted would be full, and then there would be people showing up like, did anybody drop?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They wouldn't even wait to like refresh. They'd go to the place and be like, please, did someone drop off?
Well, or they'd text me, and I'd be like, of course.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like,
sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes
Too many times.
I know.
Sometimes.
I know. Sometimes like a 2-hour show. Like, okay, come on.
Hey, can I get a spot on the 9 to 10:45? That'd be nice.
It's like, dude, it's too late. We got to go to the store.
But like, those nights were so fun because
they were my favorite
because it was
times.
so packed.
Yeah.
Like I like it. Like there was like a buzz in the room. It felt like I loved it. It was so fun to do.
Those were my favorite times.
It was the best mic of the week every week for as long as you did it. It was so fun.
And I keep going back to Badger, like chasing that.
Yeah.
But I haven't found it.
It's different there.
It's not hitting.
I've been there a couple times since. It's fun. It's never packed.
It's still fine. It's still one of the best mics in like the Hollywood area.
Agreed.
But
it's a good room. Well, it's so. I think it's one of the things is because it's so small. That everybody like if somebody's on their phone, like their face is clearly glowing. Like everybody has to listen and has to like.
Yeah. It's
sorry, what were you saying? I cut you off totally.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
I was just vehemently agreeing with you.
Small dark room, parking lot.
Oh, the parking
right down the road from the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
It's very hard to beat.
It was perfect down to the last detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was, man.
Bathroom in there, great.
Yeah. Dude, how'd you like that video we made?
Oh, it was, I've shown it to a million people.
Have you?
I'm gonna link it in the episode info.
Can you play it?
Can we put it on right now?
I haven't figured out how to do that.
That's
yet.
okay.
Can't pull it up on the TV right there?
I could pull it up, but then I don't know how to put it in the video.
No, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I'll link it. I'll link it in the description.
So that all came from it was the last Wednesday night Badger and Jam, and it was like 1 a.m. Ryan and I were in our apartment. I was sitting on my bed, just drunk, just scrolling through like videos, and that video of Dr. Cox like melting down from Scrubs came out, and I was like, because the whole point of the video was that he was grieving. He was like he lost someone that he really cared about, and I was like, and in my drunken stupor, I was like, we just lost Tom. It's like
Tom's gone.
It's the same thing, and so I suggested to Ryan that we do that, and then he easily in an afternoon did it, right? It was real simple to put together.
No, actually.
Everybody that I've shown is like, this must have taken so long to do.
It took way too long, but
definitely worth it.
It took me like 4 or 5 hours.
The funniest part is when you like dub over whatever they say.
Hey, your
jokes,
bombs.
Set.
Your set's not over.
Yeah, he didn't. One of the lines was like, he didn't have to die, newbie, and it was like he didn't have to bomb, newbie.
He could have waited. He could have waited another week for his jokes. It was just so poorly. And dude, literally, instead of like cutting the audio, Ryan was like, he had spent so much time working on it. He was like he called me over there. He was like, just say jokes and bomb, and I'll just toss it in there, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of working on this stupid video.
It took so long.
It was a great idea. Now I hate editing it.
But I've rewatched it so many times.
So have I. I've shown everybody.
Oh, good. Show everybody, dude. And it's like, and sometimes I'll be watching it and I'll get lost in it. And I'm like, the music's going, and I'm like, I start to get like a little emotional, actually. And then I realize, oh, this is stupid. This is this is stupid. My favorite part, though, was, and I didn't know I was going to do this when I started the video, was making Nick to Tony the nurse.
Oh, so funny.
That was a spur of the moment.
So funny. He comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and you don't expect it. And I was editing, and he doesn't come in for like a minute, I think.
It's a long time.
And then I got to the point where the nurse was on the screen, and I didn't even have to think about it. I went, it's Nick.
It has to be.
It has to be Nick.
And it's just his profile pic of his big fucking Italian
big,
smile.
Stupid smile.
I remember when he showed me that and Nick came up, I had to make him pause it. I had to sit down. I was like, of course Nick's Carla.
Nick's the nurse.
Of course Nick's the nurse.
You know, he was the host of the first mic I ever went to.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where, Badger?
At Badger, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is that how y'all met?
Yeah, I was
Damn.
hosting, and I went in there, and I was like, because I didn't know how mics were, and I was like, is this a BYOB? And he was like, I mean, yeah, I guess. And I was like, all right, I'll be right back. Is there a liquor store around? And I walked down the street to Liquor Locker and got a 12-pack of Bud Light.
Yeah.
And then I came in late.
That's very on brand, yeah.
Just for what hour?
Yeah, well, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Also, some guy came in playing, it's called the jaw harp. And it was like,
I know what a jaw harp is.
Those are so annoying.
Oh my God, this guy gets on stage and he like this is my first mic, so I'm like, I guess anybody goes to a mic.
Yep.
Like, I guess it's just not just comedy. He was like it was like a meditation thing for 5 minutes. He's like, everybody be silent.
Did he get laughs?
Afterwards.
Yeah.
In the parking lot. He did.
When he wasn't around.
Exactly. Yeah, he took off his shoes. It was very awkward.
Oh, dude.
No, dude.
But yeah, that was my first. What was your first mic?
Well, wait, did you do good, though?
I crushed. It was great.
Did
Duh. Yeah, I actually did real well.
You got it on a recording?
No, I did not. I didn't know that I was supposed to record like for your first. I didn't like my first.
What were your expectations? So you were.
I thought immediate fame, to be honest.
Is that right?
I was like, well, I'm gonna crush
One
it.
and done.
I was like, I'm gonna crush at this mic, and then
now I'm Chris Farley.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in the apartment. You Google open mics.
Well, I'd been thinking about it for a while. Like,
Okay.
a lot of people had told me to do stand up, and I'm like, and I never really considered it. And then right before COVID, I had gone to mics just to watch, to like just scope out, like just to see what it was like. I didn't sign up or anything. I just went to watch.
Which is an underrated thing to do. I've seen comics like at the Laugh Factory go up on stage and they're like, "This is my first mic. I don't know. I'm just here."
Why would you pick
and they
that
bomb.
one too? Yeah.
It's like, dude, do some research. I did the same thing.
Yeah,
Went-
I just
went
wanted
to a
see what
mic
it
to
was
just to watch.
Yeah, because I like in my head everybody is crushing, so like I was like, well, if they're gonna be so good, but then I went and I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
I had the exact opposite kind of thing. Like back when Ryan and I started in Nashville, I was like really intimidated about getting up, and then like you see the people that go to open mics, and you're like, Oh no, this is ass.
Yeah.
I could probably do this if I worked like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they had been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I can probably get this going. But yeah, so this was like right before COVID. Like my plan was, okay, like I'm gonna start doing this, and then COVID happened, and I didn't know anybody like in the stand-up scene at all. So like, I was like, well, I don't know any mics, and I'm sure. Well, in my head, I was like, I'm sure everything's shut down. So I started after COVID.
Right on.
Like, well, yeah.
Well, also another thing about not knowing anybody in stand-up. Another thing that Badger did, like we met you at Badger. We met we met Luke at Badger.
Yeah,
we met
true.
all of our good friends in the comedy scene right now. We met through Badger. It's like it's like the only through thread of like this whole open mic thing.
That is true.
That was another big thing that Badger and Jam did. It introduced us to like other people around the LA comic scene.
I mean, think about how many people we all know now and are friendly with that we didn't know until Badger happened. Wednesday nights with you hosting.
Yeah.
So like Whitney Rand, I was talking to her. She's like, yeah, I started stand up to meet people. Like in my head, I didn't like. Right when I moved here, like I had a pretty big group of people that I already knew from Chicago. So like I didn't really need a group. And I thought like I kind of thought stand up friends would be like work friends. Like you see them and you're like, hey, what's up? But then you don't hang out, clearly.
Here we are.
And I was so wrong about that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a community. And it's like people I love and want to hang out with. And I did not see that coming at all. I don't know why I didn't, but I just did. I just thought it would be like, it would be cordial and then that's it.
I wanted that so bad when we moved here. Because same thing. You know, all my friends are back home in Nashville. Tennessee.
Yeah, we didn't know anybody.
We moved here together.
During COVID, right?
Yeah.
August 2020.
We started out doing...
like, wow, right in the heyday.
And here's the funny thing about that. When we signed the lease on our apartment, it was like 6 months out. And we were like, but by August, this will all blow over. It'll be fine. Yeah. It was like a year still.
I thought it was going to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was really bad.
But anyway.
We didn't know anybody. And but that's what I wanted. I wanted to find like a group and of comics who are about it and who really want to make something happen. As not just on stage, but with podcasts and making videos and stuff. And you know, you see people when you go to mics and you want to make the connection. It's harder for me. God, I wish I had what you had. God, I wish I had what Tom Kelly has. It takes like 30 interactions for me to really let the thing connect.
I come in hot.
Tom could have a 2-hour-long conversation with the stump of a tree and then come back and they'd be best friends.
Yeah. God, you're
one of the most charismatic people I've ever met.
It's so amazing.
I so don't have that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're so likable and friendly, and
oh my God, thank you guys.
I'm just a little bit more reserved.
Yeah,
and
well, most people are, and I mean, I guess I grew up with like my mom is super like the complete opposite of me. She's like, Tom, I don't know where you got that. Well, I mean, my dad is pretty outgoing, but I'm like, I'm way more obnoxious than everybody. Like my whole family's like, what's wrong with you? I don't know.
Our moms are more of the life of the party, best friends in 2 seconds kind of people.
Yeah.
And our dad's more sort of the reserved, get shit done, whatever you want to call it. That sort of. So it's like the best of both. I can do both, but it's all an effort.
It takes work. It's like trying.
So in Nashville was your first mics. What was that? What are Nashville mics?
Okay, so Nashville, there is one club, Zanies.
Yeah.
And there's
great club.
And if you really wanted to, if you really tried, you could get up 2 times a week.
Oh wow.
It's not.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's not a lot like comedy wise there, unless you're like an out of town established guy coming in to do 3 nights of Zanies and then flying out. But there is this one really cool club called Third Coast. In where was it? It was in that old train station.
The old American Music Works, some train station building.
It was some old burnt out like
the American Pickers, that TV show. They owned the building.
Yeah.
Just full.
I was at that store.
Yeah.
I know exactly where. Is it where their store is?
Yeah, it's the old train station.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
So that's where it is, and it's this really tiny club, like 100.
Tiny club in a giant building.
Yeah. like 100 people there, and then every Monday at 10 o'clock in the afternoon or at night, whatever, they had their open mic, and it was like a 15 people max or something. It was first come first serve basically.
Yeah.
And
you put your name. You 30 people, 40 people would show up. You'd all put your name in a bucket, and then they'd pull like 15 or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then but the worst part was they pulled it at the beginning.
That's what I was going to bring up. So they call all like 15, 20 people that were going up.
Yeah.
And so you just sit there and like count on your notes. And if you didn't get pulled, you're like, well, I guess I'm just sitting here.
And then half the room
Yeah.
gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but it's nice for that half of the room.
It's nice for them, but shit for if you got
exactly,
called.
yeah.
So
True.
Which is a little different. It was a great club though, and but what we noticed immediately, there's a cap to what you can accomplish in stand up in Nashville.
I mean, yeah, it's Music City.
Yeah, it's not stand up city.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is Music City.
Yeah.
The music just blankets stand up.
Yeah.
So our thought was, we were doing it. We did it for maybe a year, but like once a week, maybe
Yeah.
for 8 months.
And
probably.
also, like that once a week, you wouldn't get called for 3 weeks in a row.
Uh-huh.
So you'd go up once a month, and
Yeah.
then like 3 times a
Oh,
month,
yeah,
and then
that's
none
not-
a month.
Yeah.
And so it was very sporadic.
So our thinking was like, we immediately love this, and there's some potential.
And we wanted to get good quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and we immediately recognized that like you can't do that in a place like Nashville
Yeah.
with stand up.
So it was either we had 2 options. It was either stay in our hometown and do it as much as we can until we get good and are comfortable with moving somewhere like Los Angeles or New York or something, or just fucking
Hell
jump
yeah.
off the cliff
Just
Hell yeah.
absolutely drown.
That's
in it.
that's the way to do
And-
it.
as an open
yeah.
micer. Like
That's the way to do it.
I'm telling you,
Just dive in.
We did it 20 times before, and then we moved.
Yeah.
Just dive in. That's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
It was
Yeah.
it was very much like jump and then hope that you can build the parachute fast enough
Uh-huh.
before you hit the floor.
Yeah. Santino said it best. He said, "I just wanted to drown in it."
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That's what you have to do.
like no safety net, none.
Yeah. And dude, even
Also, at the hardest time in
Yeah.
human history.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Truly.
Also, I'll tell you what,
The
we got
country's
we,
locked down.
We got a fantastic deal on an apartment here.
We sure did.
And also the other thing about the
You
apartment
have a great apartment.
is that we were like, we didn't really know LA. We did a road trip out here once, but we were looking at places in like Long Beach and like up in the valley. Like we didn't really know where everything kind of happened, and we just happened upon this one apartment that was right in the middle
Wow.
of Hollywood. In
You
the
got
center
real
of all-
lucky.
Yeah.
Imagine if you accidentally lived in Long Beach.
Yeah, it'd be over, dude.
Dude.
Good luck
It'd be
doing stand
It'd be
Dude,
over.
like we were looking at we were looking at some apartments in the valley, and we were like, it's not that far.
No, we can just
It's
drive.
so far.
Because you look at it on a map, it's like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, just pop
Wow,
on down.
you guys got. Did you go to Mike's right when you moved here? Did you find stuff?
Well, there
No,
was,
not for a while.
no, because everything was shut down. We were
Well,
doing.
I
like,
know that they were doing now. I know
We were doing-
that they're
we were
like
doing-
secret ones.
we were doing mics on like this, like on a
On a
sidewalk.
sidewalk.
Where
Yeah.
where every you go to do a punchline like da da da, and then a semi truck would go oh, and just and no one heard what you said, so you just bomb.
You want to talk about the feeling of like regret and like, oh my God, what did I do? I fucked up. Why did I move here? Sidewalk mic once a week.
Dude,
That sounds so horrible.
I remember there were
I want to throw up thinking about it.
there were a couple of nights in like early 2021, like a couple of months before everything opened back up, that I would like try to go to sleep and I was just staring at the ceiling like, did I just fuck up my entire life? Like, did I just make the worst decision ever?
And it only got better once obviously everything started to open back up, but
Sure,
also we started to meet people and it was just
Wow.
it skyrocketed once we met you and Nick and Elise, Luke, like everyone, like Badger, like
Yeah.
going to the Comedy Store, like that was the highlight.
And dude, and once it started taking off, it took off
Yeah.
for us as far as like mics go. Because like, to put it in perspective, back in Nashville, we were talking about like you could get up once or twice a week, whatever. You could realistically like tomorrow starting at noon, you could get like 6 mics in if you wanted to. You can't do that in a
Yeah.
place like
Every day.
Nashville.
Every day.
Every single day of the month, all the way down. And that like the more that you're doing, the better you're getting. And so that was kind of the philosophy of going out.
And then very quickly you start to meet people, you start to get shows.
Yeah.
And then you're on a show and you're like, holy shit, it's a bringer. Let me bring this buddy. And then, and then someone's your buddy's like, I have a show, and I'll go to yours. If you go, you come to mine, I'll go to yours. And then you start like going into the clubs, and we started getting into Ha-Ha's comedy club, doing their open mic. We did a few shows there, and then you learn about like the Laugh Factory and the Improv open mic and the Comedy Store open mic, and then all of a sudden you get potluck at the Comedy Store.
You got it like the first.
No, I did.
He did.
Yeah,
So I remember they put out an Instagram post and they were like, "Hey, potluck's back now."
The first one,
because COVID's over, and they changed it because I'd never done it before COVID, but from what I understand, you had to like 200 people would gather and sign up in person.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Nah, it's just an email now." And I was like, I got 3 minutes. Fuck it. And so I shot them an email, and then that Monday they were like, "Hey, you were picked. You're going up." And I went up there and crushed it.
It was a good set.
First time ever at the Comedy Store. I felt like a king.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And then you want to talk, and then you think back to Sidewalk Mike.
Yeah.
And you go, and like, of course your buddy like tries to sneak a picture of you on the stage that you post, and you're just like, dude, I made it. The only way this gets better is once I lose a day job and can make like this my actual income.
Dude, I remember feeling that. I did one open mic in the OR. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
I have arrived.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And then
cool.
And then I went to work the next morning. I was like, fuck, dude.
The fuck is this?
Fuck, man.
Yeah, but you always have that thought. You're like, okay, I could get there again.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I've done it. I've done the potluck 3 times. You only get up really once a year.
Yeah.
Once every 9 months.
They remember who gets it. Like I think they keep a list.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that it's so competitive. They must get like fucking 400 emails every Friday.
Also, there's like a 9-week cool off period. Like once you get it, you can't sign up.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you can't sign up for.
Yeah.
If you get it twice in a year, that's like max.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten the potluck?
No.
Do you email every Friday?
I haven't. I've been slacking off.
Okay, well then
Dude,
that's
but
why.
I gotta get back. No, I did right when it started.
You gotta every single Friday. You just gotta hammer it out.
I don't think of it until late, and then I'm like,
Set an alarm.
I have an alarm on my phone that's like potluck sign up.
Done.
Mm-hmm. 12 to Fridays 12 to 1. You have an hour to get the email through.
Did you ever do Zoom mics?
Never.
What?
You've never heard of those?
Are you out of your mind?
I mean,
no,
I just remember I remember people talking about doing Zoom mics. And
that must have been before our time.
That was before we even knew anybody or knew that was an option.
Yeah.
And then like once
that's probably a good thing.
That stopped, and then we started. It was one of those. Did you?
No. I just heard about people like when you brought up Sidewalk Mike. I thought about I thought about how horrible Zoom. But I did hear about some good mics that were like outside. Like there was a garage mic that somebody had that was packed.
Oh, is that the one in the valley?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, and then Roger and
Roger Smith.
Yeah. They started their own mic in the yard. I think their mic is done. Roger's hilarious.
Big Chillin'.
Yeah.
Big Chillin'.
Very funny guys that run that. Mike Sassons, I think, is a part of that, right?
Is he?
I think. I just see him there.
I've seen him there all the time.
Yeah.
Every time I went.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that place in the garage before they did the backyard?
It was. I think it was.
I can't think of it.
Yeah. But I mean, but you had to have known all the people before.
Yeah.
Like you can't just find that.
No. No, that was like a recommendation.
Yeah.
Like
that's also my least favorite part of any podcast is people going, "What was that called?"
Right.
I hate that. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those like no sign up slotted. Like I think you just showed up.
Yeah. Just show up, get up.
Yeah.
But dude, a Zoom mic?
Oh my! I can't even.
A work from home mic?
Oh my god!
How does that even work? I can't even wrap my head around that.
Just tell jokes and then there's like the delay.
Yeah.
And then somebody like coughs during the punchline. So.
Oh my god! Your Wi-Fi cuts out.
Yeah.
So horrible.
I remember the dumb.
I might have jumped off a bridge if I did.
I was close.
We wouldn't know Ryan anymore.
I was a couple days away from sprinting across the 405.
Oh yeah.
But no, the dumbest thing I remember from sidewalk mics was that little. You remember the mic condom they put on there?
I hated
Because
that.
they were like, "Nah, this'll do things. This'll happen.
Uh-huh.
How
This'll make a
embarrassing.
difference." Yeah.
How embarrassing.
They had basically put like one of these on the mic.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Like those were dark times, Harry. Dark times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had spray.
Yeah, they would
I remember
spray
that.
fucking
I do
Febreze
remember that.
on the mic, and then it would be cutting out because it's like
because it's wet.
it's liquid.
It's saturated.
Electrocuting
Yeah.
the comedian.
This is a great idea. But
Who
hey,
was,
look, those were dark times.
We're past them.
It's better now.
It's better now.
God, I'm having fun now.
Dude,
Right? It rocks. Once
now
you get
it rocks, dude.
once you get rolling, like,
Yeah. Things
and
are.
we have a good crew.
Yeah.
I
we
enjoy
do.
the crew.
Yeah, things are really like heating up now. Like it used to be, like people back home in Tennessee, they'd ask me like, "How's it going?" And I have to lie, like, "Great, like this is fucking awesome."
Best decision I ever made.
There's a condom on the mic, and I can't buy groceries, And but no, now like things are actually starting to cook. Like we're getting more shows. We're meeting people. Our podcast just had 103 episodes.
Yeah,
Let's
that's right.
Go.
God, we've been doing that for so long. We
It's
got
so
we got in
fun.
pretty early.
You did. It's so fun to come on your pod, by the way.
Well, come back on.
By the way, their podcast is called Bombing.
Hell yeah,
and
it is.
Bombing podcast.
Bombing podcast, folks. 103 episodes.
The number one podcast called Bombing.
That's right. The number one open mic comedian podcast
rules
in LA.
It's so fun.
Send us an email, folks. bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. Please.
We do the email segment at the end of every episode. Yeah, we've done one a week every single week for
That's
100,
awesome.
103 weeks, man.
It's a lot of weeks.
That's a long time.
Who was your first comedian that you liked? Like that not necessarily got you into comedy, but like
Brian Regan.
oh yeah, yes, he's so funny.
He's the best. No one is funnier than Brian Regan. And even your favorite comic would say the same thing.
I mean, Brian Regan is so funny.
Yeah.
Well, he's clean.
Uh-huh.
I love that. See, I love clean comedians.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So, like, I do think dirty comedy is funny, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoy it all.
I tend towards same.
Well, also, do you think part of that is like growing up when we were like kids back in Tennessee? We'd take the bus to like church camp once a summer, and he was one of the only comedians that they would like play on the TV.
You're allowed to listen
because
to,
because he was clean. He was one of the first people that we like got exposed to comedy wise.
And our dad also really liked him. We'd play him on road trips. We'd go from Nashville. We had like relatives in D.C., so we'd drive from Nashville to D.C. and to kill time, you throw on the Comedy Channel, and there's a lot of Brian Regan, a lot of Seinfeld. And at that time we were like little kids, so like Dad enjoyed it, but he would also play it because of that.
Yeah.
But then like now even like our mom and dad they Louis Burr. I mean the people.
Mine's
For
Burr.
sure.
The guy that got me into stand up was Bill Burr. He's
so funny.
He was the first person that I saw like in media that sounded as angry as I felt all the time, and like as upset, because like I go through the world just constantly upset about every situation I get into every single day, and he was the first person to be like, no, and another thing, and he was like that mad too, and I was like, oh, I like this guy.
Oh, he's
all right.
so good.
He's good.
He is whenever I think that I have a good set, and then I go see I'll just watch somebody special, or I'll go to the Comedy Store and see something like that, and then my feelings are hurt. I'm like, God, they're so
well. You
good.
can't compare your bomb at Badger to
Yeah,
a Bill Burr set in the belly
who
room.
just crushes.
Yeah.
No, he is really good.
He's so good.
Yeah, he was the first guy that I was like, oh, like someone else is that perturbed all the time.
And he's got a way he can just talk about sitting in silence. And like he sits in like that Philadelphia set he had.
Yeah, that was big.
The audience was like booing. Was it Joey Diaz?
No, it wasn't him. It was someone else, but I forget his name. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he just went out and like eviscerated him. But it's not even that. It's like he was just as mad as I was about like the guy in front of you that's trying to return $1.50 worth of pears at Vaughn's. It's like I got 2 items. Let's fucking go.
Will you move it?
Let's go. I'll give you $2.
That is literally okay. That is my least favorite. Standing, like, I am very calm, cool, collect, normal. Like in every situation.
Yeah.
Standing in line at the grocery store, I want to murder.
I hate being trapped in a line.
I think
so
about this
bad.
a lot. I think that little corral reminds me of like a cow on their way to slaughter. I just get so angry when I'm in line.
Oh, it's horrible.
And dude, and the worst, I'll tell you, the worst is when like the person in front of you, it's just some lady with the cart that's not from the fucking store, and she doesn't know how.
She never has the cart that's from the store.
It's hers. She bought it
It's
for
one of those
her.
wheelie things that they go across the street with the big cage.
Where did she get the cart from, though? Where did you get that cart from?
They don't know how like the card works. I've seen them pull out money that's not from here before. It's like not from here dollars. It's like, dude, what do you do? That's not a president on there.
I will buy your artichoke.
Yeah. I will buy all your groceries if you just fuck off.
And they're always buying something weird like a sauerkraut and then like a radish. And like, what are you doing? Why? Come on, let's go. I got places to fucking be.
God.
Get out of it. And she's always 4 foot nothing. Like,
yeah.
Just with
the headscarf on. Oh my god. That
Get your cart that I don't know where you got it from and leave.
You guys are reading my brain right now. I lose my mind.
Yeah.
Literally lose my mind.
Here's the thing. It's always right in front of me.
Every single time.
I look at other lines. There's no short lady with the cart that's not from the store.
Yeah.
She's just in front of me.
It's like she does it on purpose.
And you don't see her walk in. You don't see her in the parking lot before. You don't see her walking through the aisles getting the stuff.
They just pay her to do it.
Yeah. She just checks out and then gets right back in line when I'm fucking there.
Infuriating.
Fucking goddamn.
I hate grocery store. I hate also waiting to self checkout is even because you're holding all your
You mean
stuff.
waiting to steal?
Yeah.
I steal one item every time I
it's
self checkout.
Do you really?
I steal one item every single time.
I think Ralph's can take it.
Yeah. I steal one item every single time.
See, I
do self checkout.
honestly, I even put how many bags I took just because I'm like, I don't want to get caught. If I steal a bag, well, like, come on.
I'm not
getting in
I've
trouble.
gotten
for
caught
this.
a few times.
Yeah?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
An
Like when?
overzealous employee.
I've gotten caught a few
For
times.
What happened?
Just not like I'll scan. I got 2 Red Bulls. I'll scan one, place them both in the thing.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten caught, but I look like this, so I'm okay.
yeah.
I just go, oh, duh, and I'm fine.
Well, the move is, see, I've done the clerk. You go to the clerk, but you got like a case of beer on the underneath rack.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't pull that out.
Nope.
See, but then, because then if you do get caught, you'll be like, oh, I totally forgot.
Silly me. Oh no.
Yeah.
How could I have forgotten? Of course.
Dude,
There you
I've
go.
been behind. This happened last week. I was at the self-checkout, and I was stealing one of the items that I always do.
What was it?
And I think it was a Red Bull, actually. And there was a homeless guy who came in, and he looked like particularly homeless. Like he was homeless. You know what I mean? And he was like fake scanning the thing, and they like just charge him. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we're both doing the same thing. We're both stealing. But I look like this, and he looks like fucking disaster. So it's funny, like they
That's a good decoy.
they're like, "Hey, you can't be stealing," and I'm like, "Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, dude?" And I steal.
Get a job, bum.
Yeah.
You crack the Red Bull.
Uh-huh.
Can I get
Oh,
a
yeah.
bell, please, Tom?
Oh, dude, you mind if I
Something.
throw in a Zen on the pod?
Oh, this is a pro Zen pod.
I think this will add to the podcast if I throw in a Zen.
Well, they are cool now.
Are you in on the Zen yet?
I did Zens before they were cool. Actually.
What are you packing them for?
I don't know.
What are you packing?
I know. I asked him that before. I'm gonna be honest. So for Zens, they're kind of weird to me because I like dipping. I like spitting.
Deep upper dipper.
You know what I mean? Like I like spitting.
That was my least favorite part about
I
dip.
like when they're. My least favorite part was when you have a spitter and it's a little bit too full and like you're all the way at the top.
My least favorite part of dipping was the constant wondering if it was in my teeth or not. Like when you talk, Dip sucks, and I did it a long time.
Yeah, that was insane.
I did it for so long.
I smoked. I mean, I started smoking cigarettes high school, and then went to dip, and then I never did pot though. But like tobacco specifically, and then like cigarettes are. Here's the problem with cigarettes is they're amazing.
They're perfect.
Like they're so nice, but they're bad for you. And dip is also nice, but it's just I hate it.
It feels like it's less bad for you somehow.
It's probably worse.
It probably worse, but somehow it feels like it's not that bad.
I didn't like how messy it was. You put it in, and now your fingers dippy, and then your lips are like.
I liked it. I liked all the work that went into it. I hated like the sick feeling you'd get if you kept it in too long.
Yeah, and then you just want to throw up,
falling asleep with it in. Horrible.
I've never.
It's the worst. Oh, also taking a sip of your dip spit.
Oh, the classic drunk
I never
mistake.
done
Yeah,
is
you have an empty Coors Light. You're hammered at 2 a.m. You're like.
It is so bad. It's so horrible.
My buddy and I used to dip. I lived in a house with my buddies, 4 of us in a house. So you can imagine how that went. And we were all 21, and just me and my other buddy would dip, and we would spit into the bottles, and then we would dump it into like a 2-liter, and it took like 3 months to fill up this 2-liter. Of dip spits.
I'm gonna throw up.
And
so gross.
And we just kept it in under the sink. And so after 3 months, we filled it up, and we were like, "Oh, what should we do with it?" Like, it's like a real work of art at this point.
Art.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's something
because like each layer's kind of different color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nasty.
It was like worse than diarrhea.
You should turn that into the fucking CDC for study, dude.
We should. It was probably corrosive, like battery acid. Like,
that's so bad.
If we spilled it, it probably would have melted through the floor.
Absolutely would have.
It was that bad. So we were like, what do we do with it? So.
Oh, God.
My buddy was like,
oh, God.
My buddy had his gun on him. He was like, what if we just shoot it? So we went to the backyard, because you can do that in Tennessee. And he puts it on a stump of wood.
Oh, my God.
And he shoots it, Glock, and it just explodes. And we're like, that was pretty funny. 2 seconds later, the wave
of smell,
of stench was so bad. I can't express, because it was sealed. Like, we kept it sealed, and every time you'd open it, it'd go tss, like
like it was pressurized.
Yeah, like it was carbonated or something. It was so bad that he threw up, and I immediately had to shit my pants. Like, I ran to the bathroom and I diarrheaed.
Your body was like, something's wrong.
Oh my God, that is so disgusting.
It didn't go away for 2 days.
Oh my God.
And then a week later, he came and he mowed the lawn, and it like stirred it back up. And like it went into like the vent outside the house and like sucked it through the air.
You got a second wave
It
going.
was so bad.
That's horrible.
Yeah. That's why I don't dip anymore, Tom.
See,
oh man.
I have used an old spitter and opened it and been like, woo!
Yeah.
And closed it. So I can't even imagine. Oh my God.
I have not dipped since that time.
That is so disgusting.
It ruined it for me. I think maybe there's something to this. Sorry, I want to throw up just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's so gross.
Maybe if everybody in the world did this, what we did, it would stop people from dipping.
Yeah, probably. There's a reason why if you get your kid, like your kid gets caught, or you catch your kid smoking, you make him smoke the whole pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you catch your kid dipping, make him save it up in a 2-liter and shoot it with a Glock.
Yeah.
And he'll never dip again.
Yeah, but you got to let it ferment for a couple months.
Oh, it was fermented, my friend.
That is so absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. And then once you stop, like it's, I don't know, just once you stop, like
it's so easy.
We're like 4 months no cigarettes.
I love that.
And like once you stop, you do realize you're like, oh man, it's so much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the hardest part? Like probably the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, the first week, week, 2 weeks. It's the hardest part.
Nah, dude.
Because you had a schedule, like every day, like whatever time you're like, you wake up, maybe have one.
Yeah, I used to start.
then-
I used to start every day with a cup of black coffee, and then there's this little like outdoor balcony on our apartment. I would sit out there with a black cup of coffee and a cigarette, and that's how I would start my day. The hardest part was
This was Haydn's coffee too. Are you aware of Haydn's coffee?
No.
Oh my god,
it's dark.
it's
It's almost as acidic as that dip can.
it's like a black hole, man.
Yeah.
This dude's coffee is dark.
And so I'd start my day with that. And the hardest part was sitting out there with the coffee and not having a cigarette for the first 3 days. But if you get through the first 3 days afterwards, just the coffee's enough. You're good.
Yeah.
And
You can
also,
push through. Yeah.
another hard part was them just not being there. You know what I mean?
was just gonna say that.
Like, because if you have some there, you can go. You trick yourself. You're like, okay, I won't smoke, but at least I have some.
100%.
At least it's there if I do it.
That's why when we quit, I had half a pack left. I smoked Camels, and in the night that we quit, I took them over to the sink and I turned the faucet on and just I hosed them and threw them in the trash because I knew that like come 2 a.m. when I was hammered inevitably, I'd go sifting through the trash like a fiend, like they're still in there.
Yeah, you can't just throw them away. You got to destroy them.
Yeah.
They can't be in the apartment.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I quit vaping just recently because if I don't have like I just was like I'm just not because I'm spending so much money on these dumb vapes.
Yeah.
So I'm like if I just don't have them,
You're better off
then
smoking cigarettes.
Then I can't do it.
Uh-huh.
If I don't have it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So then, like even if I craved it, I'm like, well, I don't even have it.
Yeah, that's a big thing
It
with
was
like booze too. Like we like to booze it up, you know.
Yeah.
This.
Hey,
Like,
man.
and if I didn't have it like in the apartment, I have no desire to go out to a bar to get a drink because that's just not who I am. I don't want to go out to a bar and get a drink. I want to make one in my apartment and in my jammies and play Grand Theft Auto and
9.
You know. But like if it wasn't in the apartment, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go. To
But
a
it's
bar.
always in the apartment.
Well, yeah. We got our vices, you know.
Yeah, dude. I'm a good guy.
Also,
I go to work.
It's nice to go
I
get
can
a
have a
drink.
drink.
It's nice to go get a drink with comedians.
Oh yeah,
Dude, we just did that. We
Afterwards.
just went to the. We just went out with we didn't have any like spots that night. We had no like comedy commitments. We just went to a bar for the first time.
Yeah.
Like a week ago. Had a couple whiskey sours.
Probably
And it
had a
was-
blast.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
good.
it was awesome. We got burritos afterwards. I forgot what it was like to go out because so much of our time, like at night, is just like it's like Mike, and then like a bar at a comedy club, and then back
Yeah.
home. I forgot what like actually just going out was like for a minute.
With all the normal people,
yeah.
Well, because we
not
don't
comedians.
live normal lives.
Yeah, no.
Like I've got coworkers that have asked me to hang out and do stuff, and I'm just like I got a spot.
Yeah.
I can't miss.
Do they know that
Comedy Boulevard 7 to 8?
Do they know that you're a comedian?
Yeah, they know. It took a while for them to drag it out of me, but yeah, just like every night is just sets, and then the day is either the day job or like running errands or going to the
Doing
gym.
fucking
course.
laundry again.
Uh-huh. And I mean, it's just we're like rodents.
Yeah.
We live very odd lives. It's not good for dating, I've noticed.
Well,
Like-
it's not the best.
I'm at, like,
What,
hey,
are you gonna go bring a girl to your set?
no,
Like-
absolutely
No,
not.
could you imagine?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you can't.
No,
That's why every comedian I know, like most of them, are single.
they're mostly single. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like a girl asks you, "Hey, so when are you free?" Never, never.
Or if you want to meet me at Comedy Boulevard, 5 to 6.
Which I'm too nice to put that on a lady, man. Oh God.
The most interesting part about me, I would never show a chick that I was interested in. You know?
Like
Yeah,
the thing you
yeah.
like, you enjoy
Isn't
the
that
most.
weird?
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't
a
that
show
weird?
a show would be different, but an
No.
open mic, no.
Oh, dude. Because here's the thing. Like, maybe she's like kind of into you. Maybe you aren't like officially dating yet. You go to fucking who cares, and then you bomb.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
But also, like, yeah, you're in front of a crowd,
Mm-hmm.
but there, for me, in my head, it would be that one person that I would only be thinking about
Uh huh.
whether or not they're laughing.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the crowd could be dying laughing, but I'm like, the only one I'm noticing is her.
Like I've had coworkers. I've had coworkers asked to. They're like, "Let me come to one of your like open mics," and I'm like, "Absolutely not." Like you can come to a show, but if I bomb, I'm quitting the next day. That's gonna happen.
I never want to see you again.
Like, you can't see me. Like when I'm at work, it's work me. I'm work Ryan. I'm not. I'm not at home Ryan. I'm not like on stage Ryan. I'm work guy. You know what I mean? And God, you're bringing a date.
I mean, that's a nightmare.
Bringing a date to an open mic. You know what I would be worried about is like the other comics looking at me that I know, going like, "Is he bringing a date?" To
Yeah, because they'd all say that.
Who's this girl? We've never seen this girl.
You would never live it down.
No.
Everybody would talk. Everybody would make fun of you
Yeah.
for that forever.
That's why I don't do that.
And then you go to the next open mic the next night. They'd be like, "Hey, where's Stacy,
Yeah,
dude?
Okay, guys, come on.
What happened to the hot date, dude?"
Okay, can we just move on, please? Fucking awful.
Oh God, no, you can't.
No, that's a no-go.
Yes.
Don't be bringing dates to fucking open mics. Sorry.
You could.
I'm good. Sorry, my bad. I got a medical issue.
Want to take a
No, I don't got a
pee break?
No, I don't have to pee.
We're 56 minutes in. I thought we were like 20.
Yeah, dude, that flew by.
I have a medical issue
What's wrong?
All right, let's take a break.
involving my testicles.
Let's take a break.
Wait, hold on. What's wrong with your balls?
Okay.
Nothing's wrong with my balls, man. They're in pain. For
Wait,
those
what's
fast-
your
What?
medical issue?
I think one of them spun around.
Spun around.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you
Do you want to go to the hospital?
would you
or-
twirl around in a circle and stop instantly?
and stop? And then they just kept going.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to the urgent care tomorrow.
Yeah?
But yeah.
Doesn't sound that urgent of care.
What's the opposite of urgent? Delayed.
I'm going to slow care.
How are you-
Delayed care.
How are you going to describe your condition to the doctor?
I don't know. I made intense love to a woman the other night, and
My man.
and I left. I was in the car, and my right. These people don't want to hear this. My right testicle was in pain, and I went to bed, and I went, it'll probably pass. Woke up the next day, and it was hurting. I think it like twisted backwards. I think.
Wow. Was she
Yeah.
a gymnast?
No, she wasn't a gymnast.
What if you get like a hot lady doctor? What are you going to say to her?
I don't know.
She's going to say, "Oh, I got a cough."
I'm just going to say fix it because it kind of hurts.
You think they'll just ask you to cough because the turn obviously already happened?
I think it's backwards.
Nice.
I'd give you that to you if I wasn't in so much pain right now.
That's fair.
Okay, you would think they would get twisted more often, by the way.
No, because they never do. It's happened before. It's happened twice in my whole life. That like testicular torsion. That's what it's called.
Until you know the feeling.
I know the feeling. It's happened before, but it has always passed. It's where they just get knocked around too hard. And but hey, I mean that's shows how much I'm committed to pleasing you ladies.
You played right through the pain.
That's right.
You
That
got to bring her. Your
shows
next
I'm a real
level
sport.
mic.
But okay, let's move. Let's move on.
And we're back.
You like Carmex?
I love the smell of it reminds me.
I need to
of,
put some on right now. It just reminded me.
See, I don't like the stick. I don't like that they made the stick.
What? No, don't
the-
start this.
I like
stick. Don't
Thank
start
you.
this.
No, I like the jar.
No,
of it.
see,
Yes.
this is so
where you
stupid.
where you put your finger.
Let's go.
Cheers.
See,
Let's go, baby.
I've been a lifelong jar man. I've been trying to get him on board.
No, dude, let me put this Carmex on and then let me fucking
like, that's
destroy
like-
you guys.
No, see, that's Carmex like trying to be like Burt's Bees or something. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
No, it's not
What are
Burt's
you?
Bees. It's not Burt's Bees.
No.
It's not Burt's Bees.
Carmex comes in the drum. It's supposed to be in the drum.
Yeah.
You're supposed to finger it for a second
It's
and then put
perfect.
it on your lips.
And the smell, like I can't use it out here. Like I can't believe you're doing it because like
Why?
because that's
I
it
always
reminds
keep-
me.
I always keep
it
that
reminds
thing
me
on.
of like snowy winter.
Is that right?
Like that smell. I like think of like cozy at home.
Yeah, when your lips are chapped. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
or,
reminds
like,
me
I
of
ca-
home too.
I come in from like shoveling.
This is
and
so
I just
upsetting.
put on. I goop out some Carmex.
Yeah,
put
you
it on
finger the
Yeah,
Carmussy
no, I don't
there.
like the stick. I understand that it's easier, but I don't. It's not traditional.
No, dude, the stick is superior to the drum.
No.
I don't know about
It is.
that.
No, it is.
I
Okay,
don't know
how many
about
sticks? How many sticks have you actually finished? Gone through all the way from start to finish.
I always finish a stick.
You never lose it?
I complete an entire stick.
See, the jar, I've never lost. The stick, I'm losing all the time.
I've finished every single jar.
How about this, though? Have you guys noticed that the divot on the bottom of the jar has been getting deeper?
Yeah. Oh,
less Carmex in the drum. Less Carmex in the drum.
One of my favorite things is touching the bottom and like, ooh, I get to get another one. I get to buy another
corners.
thing.
Yeah.
Because you're.
I want to throw up right now, dude.
No, now you want to throw up.
I can't believe no.
And not from the dip
and you probably got like the cherry flavor one.
No, it's normal Carmex. No, it's original Carmex. No, dude, when we were children, a drum of Carmex was like the bottom of it was flat.
It was flat. I'll give you that.
Yeah, so you got to get it out of the corners and stuff.
No, I mean the bottom of it.
You're missing the point. They used to give you more Carmex.
Now there's like a divot.
There's a little concave.
Yeah. They're fucking you.
Okay, what do you think's in there?
It's a full tube of Carmex.
You think it goes all the way to the bottom? No way.
I've never opened one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I've never cut one open.
Also, the stick in the middle that you screw up, that's taking out space. That's taking out Carmex
space.
It's probably like half the whole stick when you think about it.
Right?
I will give you that. However, you don't get a messy Carmexy finger.
That's the best part.
I like that.
What do you mean you like the mexy finger?
I like the smell.
What are you gonna wipe on the side of your pants?
Not Carmex. Not Carmex.
This guy, he has no clue.
Actually, okay, so when I was smoking cigs,
this is ridiculous.
I did like Second City in IO in Chicago. And like one of the things to meet so our teachers all were like heavy smokers. So like
tight.
So you had to in the we had a break every 3-hour class. There was like a midway 10-minute break. So our teachers would go out to smoke. So we would all try to get in good with them because the teachers were also the people that like picked you for main stage.
Sure.
Told so we would all go outside to get in good with them. And I'm still living at home with my parents. And honestly, still I would hide this. But so I would go smoke cigs with our teachers and the rest of the class. So we're all smoking cigarettes. And when I came home to hide that to hide the cigarette smoke, I would rub Carmex from the jar on the inside of my finger, so I smelled all and I would rub them
sounds
together.
like a weird.
I was very Carmexy, and it worked.
That's a weird workaround.
It worked.
That's something you can only do with the drum.
You can't do it with the stick.
Imagine trying to do that with the stick.
No,
it's impossible.
No, because then it goops up.
Yeah, and you have such a low
looks like I'm doing
area.
it. Whatever, dude. You could have just washed your hands, maybe.
No, but then you still stink.
Okay, listen. Can we just at least agree that the worst one is the squeeze poop one?
Oh, that's the worst.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, because it gets all over the place.
Yeah, no, you squeeze it and it coils like a piece of poo.
Yes,
I hate that I hate the coil. The poo is fine because it it surrounds it gets your whole lips, but I hate when it gets into the creases of the screw up.
Yeah.
And then it gets dirty from your pocket lint.
Yeah, you get lint in there.
Disgusting.
You get lint in there.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, exactly.
That was very well put.
Lint is always nasty. Why is lint the nastiest?
Dude.
And why does it just show up?
It's where did it come from?
Where did it, honestly,
what I mean?
Where did lint come from? Why, whenever I take my shirt off to go get in the shower, I gotta pick my belly button out?
Yeah.
Well, it's stupid.
That might be a you thing.
That might be.
You've never gotten belly button lint?
No.
Okay, I know the majority of my listeners have gotten belly button lint. I'm going for the rotund community over here.
I got a shallow button, but however, the drum is okay.
The drum is nice.
But the stick is superior.
It reminds me of a warm winter. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the word you're looking for is superior.
Yeah, the stick.
The drum being superior.
Oh, okay. Well, look, let's just agree to disagree on this, I think.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, we're going to have to.
I don't think we're going to come to any common ground, but we both like the drum, which means you are wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
2 out of 3 ain't
But guys,
bad.
let's just move on.
Can we just move on?
By the way, cheers. I don't know why.
Cheers.
I don't know.
Cheers.
You know why? I don't know why. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad is a Meatloaf song.
Cheers to being right.
Oh, I don't get to get in the cheers?
No, we got to cheers to this. We
Look, at least
can all cheers to this. Because 2 out of 3 ain't bad is a Meatloaf song, but I don't know why I thought about it. But Toby Keith, our guy.
Oh yeah, TB, dude.
Rest in peace.
I love him so much.
That's upsetting.
I know.
You took that pretty hard.
I knew he was sick. But yeah, him and Jimmy Buffett, 2 of my all-time favorite people ever.
Yeah.
This must have been a hard year for you. Hard 2 years.
It was rough. Buffett was like like near Christmas. I was home for sure. I was in Chicago, and my dad's like, Tom. It was in the morning. He's like, Tom, get in here. My dad doesn't know anything about pop culture. He doesn't have Twitter. I don't know how he figured this out, but he's like, Tom, look, Buffett.
Terrible.
Like that was out of nowhere. Like at least I knew Toby Keith was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty upsetting.
He's an Oklahoma boy.
To think he survived Las Vegas and then cancer got him. That's just
Right? He's so
Nuts.
young. Brutal. I mean, I love what is your you're in Nashville, guys. What's your favorite country concert? What's your first concert you ever been to?
Oh shit! First concert, Blink, I think.
yeah. My first real concert I went to was Blink 182 in Atlanta with my buddy Tanner. Shout out Tanner. Yeah, that was
What's up, Tanner?
Yeah, like growing up in Nashville, I always I admired country music, but then I found I was just like 13 and mad, and I figured out what punk rock was, and I was like,
punk rock,
this
so
is way
cool.
more tight.
And mom and dad were getting divorced.
Yeah, I was just like angry all the time, and yeah.
So nothing's changed really.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think my first real concert was Blink at the I think it was it was like some furniture store owned at Amphitheater in Atlanta, and Tanner's mom had to drive us down there.
From Nashville?
Yeah, from Nashville.
That is a hike of a drive.
Yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive, and it was awesome. It was
They weren't playing it like the Gaylord? Like anywhere closer?
Here's what people get wrong about Nashville. Like a lot of acts skip Nashville just because a lot of industry is there, and
okay.
like promoters, people in the industry, they all want tickets, and then everyone in the industry, their eye is on you when you're at Bridgestone or the Ryman or whatever. And so a lot of acts are just like, let's just skip that and go to Atlanta or like South Carolina or whatever. I figured that out because I was like, of course Blink would play a place like Nashville, and then they skipped it over. And then of course as soon as we moved out to California, one of the first stops on their next tour was Nashville.
Yeah. You were like the first one to get tickets.
Yeah. Well, that's just because I guess Nashville's changed a little bit, but yeah, Blink was probably my first real concert experience, and we're seeing them at SoFi this summer.
I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah, I've never been.
Are you?
I didn't I'll go with you guys. Yeah,
get tickets, dude.
It's gonna be a monument.
It'll be way cheaper than what you guys like. The one you guys went to that was an expensive.
That was on their first comeback tour.
Yeah.
Now it's like their second.
Now they're back. We're used to them. It'll be cheaper.
Yeah, they're doing like the new album tour.
Yeah.
So, but that's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'll tell you a song I've been playing a lot lately, as far as country wise, is 2 Dozen Roses by Shenandoah. If you never heard it,
I love Shenandoah.
It's a good
they
song.
rule, dude. That's one of my favorite songs of theirs. It's great, and it's like I don't even have a girlfriend to apologize to, and I'm like, yes, what if I had 2 Dozen Roses, you know?
What if I did?
What about you? First concert?
I think it was Blink.
Also?
Yeah.
Well, no, because
a different Blink.
No, because the next year they came back to Atlanta, and it was Tanner and I, but we dragged Ryan along. Because
I was finally old enough.
At that point, he was like 15.
Yeah, maybe 15.
Whatever.
15, also angry.
I've seen some cool, like, concerts. Like, I saw, like, Macklemore on his The Heist tour. Like, this was maybe
Wait, was that
freshman year. It's like right when, like, Thrift Shop
yes
and, like, Can't Hold Me or
weird-
something came out.
yes.
Weirdly in Atlanta too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all the concerts. We had to drive down to Atlanta to see
you
everybody.
live in Music City and you have to go to Atlanta for
Yeah.
concerts.
Yeah.
Well, they skip Nashville. It's like also it's like every single day there is booked.
At the time, it was badass, but at Second City, my pump up, like when I'm driving to Second City for our shows, my pump up music was Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Yeah.
At the time, it was badass. Looking back,
Yeah, no, it's
less
kind of
badass.
It's just like anything else, you know. You look back and you're like, why was I wearing that? Why did I go listen to that?
I
But
literally get pumped
sick,
to Macklemore.
sick concert.
Yeah, sick production, everything. He popped up from the floor.
Like I wouldn't have seen him.
He was so
before
big.
or after.
He was so famous.
Yeah.
for like a flash in the pan.
Yeah, it was like 2 years, and I
Yeah.
saw him in that, and he fucking put a show on.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I think everybody thought he was like the new Eminem.
Yes, it was, and then he
And
kind
then
of
he
just
was not.
he kind of just dipped.
What was his other? He had Thrift Shop and he had one other song.
Can't Hold Us,
I don't know how it goes.
and like the city can't hold us. Here we
Oh, yeah.
go back.
That's not him, though.
This
I mean,
song-
he's
That's
in
his
it.
song,
He's,
yeah.
yeah.
He had that other song. This is the dumbest, smartest thing ever. He had that song about like Malcolm Gladwell's book, 10,000 Hours.
Yeah, that was another good one. That was
Okay,
another
yeah.
one.
And I was like, oh, who's Malcolm? And then I read the book because of the Macklemore song, which is like the dumbest way to be intellectual at all. I was like,
I'm
well, this
such
guy's
a-
talking about it.
I'm such a Macklemore fan. I
Yeah.
read.
Yeah. No, he really did. He really did drop like a hard album,
Yeah.
and then just
Yeah.
fucked off.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And then I've seen like Jason Aldean. That was an awesome concert. That was at Bridgestone.
Well, he's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I was 4 my first concert.
who was it?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wow.
Yes, nice.
Wow.
Yes.
And I remember, like, we were in like
Father,
the third
father to
row.
the queen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
I love her. She's funny.
Yeah.
I've seen her a few times too. I saw her as Hannah Montana.
Really?
Yeah, I was a chaperone to my little sister and my 2 other cousins who are her. They're all the same age.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the chaperone for them to go see it. I think I had the most fun at the whole concert.
I bet you did.
Like I'm like going nuts. They're sitting down. Like, guys, get up. Like, there was literally one part of the concert where my Hannah is on stage. She's like, I want to see everybody standing up with your hands in the air, and I'm doing it.
Uh-huh.
And they're all sitting down.
Damn.
And I'm like, Hannah said stand. They all still remember me saying that. So stupid. So funny.
because
But no, see, I just love concerts, though. I went with Elise.
Carly
to go
Rae
see,
Jepsen?
No, Kesha.
Kesha. That was it.
Yeah. But I have also seen Carly Rae Jepsen.
I saw those. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
You
So
enjoy
fun.
it?
Oh, it was a blast. Well, the Palladium rules. Another thing good about LA is, which is a rare thing you'll find me complimenting this place. But
A lot wrong with it.
yeah, but comedy scene,
Yeah.
weather,
Yes.
police chases you can watch live,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic, and the Palladium and the concerts that come
Yeah.
here are great.
Yeah.
And the Palladium is one of my favorite venues because it's so small.
Dude, it's Hollywood. It's the entertainment capital
Yeah.
of the world.
We saw Angels and
I
Airwaves
was
at
just about to bring that up.
Palladium.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
an awesome concert.
The Palladium is so awesome because
Also-
it's so small.
Weird wraparound. The first time we saw Engines and Airwaves was in Atlanta. All of our
Wow,
concerts
you
we
guys,
had to
you
drive
guys
down to
love Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of great memories in Atlanta. I bought my first motorcycle in Atlanta.
How many of you had?
Just one.
So you bought your motorcycle.
I bought my first motorcycle. I feel like, hey,
You
someone
also-
read that back to me.
You also
I
got,
think I didn't misspeak.
well, you got your last one there too.
Which one?
You got the last one.
I guess I did. Yeah, if I never buy another one, yeah. I could have my first and last motorcycle ever if I never
all
sell
from
it.
Atlanta. Atlanta's how far is of drive from
It's
Nashville?
3.5 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Oh, that's not horrible, I guess.
No, it's not that bad.
It's 6 hours from Chicago to Nashville, like 6.5.
Jeez.
Chicago to Nashville. And you guys are never driving up. We're always driving down.
Yeah, it's
Because why drive up?
Yeah. 'cause
You
we
guys
got-
are
we
also
got the
Eastern
goods.
time zone, which is very annoying.
Does that bug you?
Yeah, because I'm ready to party at 2 a.m. and all the bars are closed.
Yeah, dude, we're just that spot, man.
I love history. I love like the history. Me and my dad, we drove around. Like we went to all like the Civil War places down in Nashville. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's a great place.
It's
Not Nashville, just specifically, just anywhere in Tennessee.
Yeah,
There's not a bad.
it's
spot.
so like the history there is so cool.
Murfreesboro is sketchy. but-
Okay, Murfreesboro is the only bad place in Tennessee.
Nah, Nashville was such a cool place to grow up, especially because like we were growing up in like 2008 to like 2015, 16.
Yeah.
and it was it was so different than it is now. Now it's like a destination. It's
Well, everybody's going there.
Yeah, it's-
everyone's moving. Everyone's leaving here and going
yeah,
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right
yeah.
when you guys came from Nashville to here, everybody
Yeah.
left here to go to Nashville.
I think we passed Theo Vaughn on the
Yeah,
on the
you
10
guys high-fived.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we were there our whole lives until we moved here 3 years ago.
No, but it's a great place to grow up because it's like you have like the city, and then growing up on the outskirts, you still have that like suburban lifestyle. You grow up around like normal people, not like crazy folks out here in LA.
Farms and back roads.
Yeah,
And it's just a real life.
Yeah, which is so cool. I mean, I just love Nashville.
Like Chicago, like because you know, we say, yeah, we grew up in Nashville, and people think Broadway, and like same with Chicago. It's like you were on the outskirts, right?
I mean, I was in the city.
Were you really?
But, yeah, I grew up
Oh,
in
wow.
the city. Yeah, but yeah, I do think Broadway when I think of Nashville.
Yeah.
like truly. But I had been on the outskirts. I don't know why. My cousin was there. He was staying. I don't know. But I've been in Nashville a lot. I was there for my 21st birthday, me and my dad. Actually, how crazy is this? We were at, we just got there. It was like probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we go to some bar to get food because we just, like, we were so sick of driving.
Yeah.
And we just parked. Like, it was at a time of day where you could park on the street, on the curb.
Yeah.
And we went to, it wasn't Tootsie. What's the other one next, like, near Tootsie's? And it's Tootsie's-esque. It's, like, long. And there's a bar, but you can get food. Like, you get burgers.
Tin Roof? I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't been to Broadway in forever.
It's been a minute.
I never even went down there, like, living there even.
Wow, you guys are nuts. You missed out.
I'd go there occasionally, but I don't remember the names.
Whatever. So we go to this bar, and we get a beer, and we order food. And up on the front, like in the stage, is some guy performing. He was great. And it was literally just me and my dad. And the guy, he comes down and he talks to him, like, whatever. My dad's like, here's $20. Like, good luck. It was Jake Owen. Or
wow.
It was Luke Bryan, not Jake Owen.
Luke Bryan.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was Luke Bryan. And probably, like, I remember he was like, I like vividly remember his name because I was like, oh, that's a first name, last name type of guy.
Wow.
That's why I always get him confused with Jake Owen. But
wow, what year was this?
This was, I turned 21, so this was
40 years ago.
Okay. Like
and subscribe, folks.
What was that? This is 09?
Wow.
Maybe? Yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, and honest, probably 8 months later, his like big song, like first song came out.
That's so cool.
But we were like alone in the bar with him just playing for tips.
Wow.
And yeah, gave him $20.
He was like an open micer.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like up there bombing probably.
He did.
Was he good? I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he good.
And also, music's so different.
Yeah, it is
like,
different.
I
feel like unless you fuck up the words, you can't bomb a song.
Yeah, you really can't.
Well, also, there's other people to back you up. Like, if you miss a note, like the bass player's still going to hit his. The drummer's still going to be on time.
Yeah, and he was playing covers too, so it was like he's playing songs that
Yeah.
So like you're singing along too.
Wow.
That's
on top of it.
That's kind of what Broadway acts as weirdly. It's like they're like, how we have like the factory, the store, and the Improv.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's like Broadway for country musicians. They'll go down there and then they'll bomb for like 9 years and then finally get discovered and then go on to be Luke Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people. It's weird to think about. We're in that same situation right now. There's people that we run around the same circles with that you just never know who could.
You have no idea. Yeah.
No, you never know who's going to pop off, and it's just very odd, So I just be nice to everybody.
But yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Also, it is crazy to think about that way.
Mm-hmm. Like there's some people that we know right now that could be Luke Bryan one day.
Well, there's a lot of comedians that I like that we've seen that like I truly think like they should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And maybe they'll give up too early, or maybe they'll.
Well,
who knows?
I hope they don't. And
of course,
like
what if they just get sick of it? Or what if they're like,
But I think the more important thing is that like we're all kind of doing it. Like at the same time together, it's like a rising tide lifts all ships.
Yes. True.
I'd love a decade from now us all, instead of just hanging out at the open mics, we're just doing club spots and then doing the road, no day job, none of that.
We were talking about this the other day in the apartment. Like we were looking like what we want our lives to look like, and we narrowed it down to. We want our lives to look exact. We're doing everything we already want to do. We just have a day job.
Yes.
So, like we go out to mics every night, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and then we go down to the comedy store, get a few drinks, hang out with comics, talk, do a podcast, and then outside of comedy, go to the gym, golf, have fun.
Yeah.
It's just the day job. So it's like, if we can just get rid of the day job, I'm already doing what I want and love doing.
100%.
It's just that fucking.
It's like this day job. This last cancer that's hanging on. Yeah,
and
you're right.
It's the hardest part.
But
to
it's
get
the
rid
thing
of.
that you need.
Yeah. No,
which is like you can't not have it.
Nope. Nope, not with LA
So that's
rent
what
prices.
I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, think about us in however many years. We're doing this, but we just left the Comedy Store. We all did sets in the Comedy Store. We had a few drinks, got fucking Pink J's burritos. Okay, and we sit down, we do a podcast, but we just don't have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, that's the life.
We're already doing it.
We do whatever we want. Yeah.
Uh-huh. We're already doing it. Just no day job.
And I feel, and we have such a good crew too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if one of us does make some strides, like we're all going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's all
Connected.
You can't be out for yourself.
No.
You can't. I mean, it is an impossible world to be on your own. Yeah.
No, because then you're just an island. You're just
which is
alone.
impossible.
Yeah, you're just alone, and then no one cares to help you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just
I mean, yeah, you see like the Rogan crew, they all went down to Austin, and they all went.
Mm-hmm.
They all just went together.
Then they were also built together.
They all came up together, and they just stuck. They're just
stick together.
And how lonely must it be to like get successful on yourself? The whole point is to have friends do it with you along the way. Like if it's just you, it's not fun. It's
100%.
The most fun is like outside on the patio of like Badger and Jam, where we just hang out for an hour and just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
It's like
I'd rather be in a packed green room with friends than alone in a green room, like on a theater.
Yeah.
Some theater somewhere.
Yeah.
Just fucking imagine this. Also, we get to eventually, once Buddy Podcast blows up, we can put our own shows on. That's what I'm so excited for. Is
Haydn Wyckoff and Friends.
That's right. Yeah, dude. Like Bombing Podcast and Friends presents. Yeah, and then it's name whoever, and it's like 6 comics on we sell out the belly room.
The ORs.
But if if people text me, I'll be like,
more ambitious.
You went high, I went.
Yeah.
We sell out the Hollywood comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's just the same thing. And then we can put our own shows on, and then it's just you help each other, and
well, that's what people like. All the successful people are like, well, like honestly, the most fun part is the ride there. But honestly, I think the most fun part of it is being where they are, and then looking back and being like, okay, this is how I got.
Yeah,
because the ride sucks if you don't get to where they are.
I go back and forth with that. It's hard.
Here's the thing: right now sucks. Right now is not good. I go to work 5 days a week, and every night am at an open mic where I'm like,
with 4 people in the crowd.
Yeah, being like, fucking toasters are weird, aren't they? And just bomb after bomb. You sprinkle a kill in there, and that keeps you from reaching for the drawer, And it's just like, right now sucks, but every comic that I hear that has made it, they're like, yeah, those were the best years of my life. I'm like, really?
It's because they
got there.
Yeah.
Like you don't hear about the bum comics that are like, well, I can't believe I wasted.
Yeah. Like I look back to my childhood, and a lot of it was hard, but I look back on it and I'm like, that was a good time.
That's why you are who you are.
Mm-hmm. It's like, but also it's like, enjoy this, because we are all gonna be dead.
Yeah,
one day.
That'd be 100%.
We're all gonna die.
Like nothing matters. So why not just do whatever?
Yeah, that's right. And it's hard, easier said than done. But we are all gonna be dead. Everyone watching is gonna be dead, and so just have fun at an open mic. And then fucking do a podcast with Bud Lights,
Like it is, and just going up and bombing is fun.
Yeah,
like in front of you, it's like I guess bringing it back to the B&J, but like going up and bombing in front of your friends is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's funny bombing is funny to your friends because it's funny.
It is. There is humor to it.
Like you go up after your buddy and just rip on them for sucking, and that's hilarious.
or the one of my most fun like sets to do is when like a buddy of yours, especially this happened a lot at Badger and Jam, would go up and crush. And then you're looking at your notes, you're like, oh no.
Fuck.
You're like,
Damn
fuck.
it.
All I got is like new stuff to work on tonight. And you go up and bomb, and it's like all your buddies in the back, like leaning against the wall, like, oh, this guy's doing shit. Oh no.
Yeah, that is the worst. Well, it's the worst feeling to have to be the one that goes up after just a crush.
Yeah. But that's good though.
It
It's
is good.
though.
Because you could do it
'Cause
both
you
ways.
think it's gonna be bad, but it's
you
not.
could use the momentum and crush in your own way. Because the thing is, every comedian is so different.
Yeah.
So you can't be exactly whoever that person was.
That's right. And you shouldn't be.
You never can be. And
You're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be you.
So you can crush in your own way, but
And there is something to the comic before you crushes, and there's a part of you that will, I think, always think, fuck.
yeah.
But
oh yeah.
you have to fight that and go and think, like, no, this is good. Like, you're not going to, someone crushes before you and you walk on stage, the crowd isn't going to go, well, he wasn't like the last guy. They're just going to go like, oh, who's this? Who is this?
Exactly.
And you just have to do you the best you can.
100%. All they're there,
and it'll be okay.
all they're there to do is laugh.
That's right.
But you're comparing yourself.
Yeah.
It's all in your head.
It's
Also-
all in your head. Get the fuck out of your head.
Also, there's nothing better than following like a friend of yours that crushed and opening with like a riff you wrote down like while he was on there, and then it just kills.
Oh yeah.
It's like a springboard. It's like a
Well,
guaranteed.
yeah, because
good
then
start.
that gets you. Well, then that gets you like. Then everybody's kind of like it's a good segue into you.
Yeah. And then
Like-
you have to be you and not try to be like anything that you're not.
Yeah.
Like if the
Well-
guy in front of you is super energetic and loud, but you're not that, don't try to copy that.
Yeah, bring it back down.
Yeah.
Lower expectations.
just be
a little
you.
bit.
Just be you because you know, like you are good who you are.
Mhm.
So just do what you do.
And it takes a lot of mics
It's tough.
to figure that out.
Well, like so Joe Rogan always talks about how Mitzi had him open for, or Mitzi had him go after. I cannot think of who it was, but he said he was like it sucked.
I'm sure it was someone amazing.
It's somebody like
Yeah.
it wasn't Eddie Murphy, but it was somebody like that.
Mhm.
And he was
It
like,
makes you better.
Yeah, and he was like, it sucked every single time. She would just put me up right after him, and so like he's like the first couple times.
Ryan
it
had to
was
follow Damon
terrible.
Wayans at Haha's like a couple months ago, right?
Or no, he had to follow me actually. It was reversed.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
So
I was on a set and at the Haha, and like someone walks in mid set and there's like some commotion, and then I was bombing at the beginning, but then I killed at the end, and then I heard like people laughing in the way back where I knew people weren't sitting,
Yeah.
and I get off whatever, and then the host comes on and he's like, "We have a special guest, Damon Wayans Jr."
oh wow,
And so that was pretty. He got to see me do good, so that was kind of
that's
nice.
great.
Yeah,
But
but
then he bombed because you crushed.
he
so
probably
hard.
rode my wave.
yeah.
He definitely rode my wave. Okay.
How about this belt buckle over here?
Yeah, dude.
That's a blast. That was at the Haha.
Mm-hmm.
The Haha's got some good.
It's a good mic.
It's a good stage.
It's a
good room. I think it's a good room.
it's a good room. It's just run so shitty,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and it looks like crap. Like
That bathroom's rough.
the bathroom is no doors on the fucking stalls.
Bathroom is terrible.
The hell
Look,
is
as much
that?
as I like making eye contact with people while I take a big dump,
I love doing that.
I'd rather have
I'd
a
rather.
door.
Yeah, the bathroom is pretty terrible.
Not to mention the outside of the club, purple and orange. Like that's
It
their
looks
color.
like okay. It looks like I made that sign. Too.
Yeah, purple and orange. That's their color of the whole building. Like two hard colors by themselves, but together.
The first time I ever saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is like probably some like just an open mic,
Mm-hmm.
regular place." And then like I get an email from I'm on like a million comedy emails, by the way, and it's some it's got to stop. I got to unsubscribe. But anyway, so I get an email. It's like, "Oh, haha, Bill Burr," and like all these guys are there. It's crazy in that tiny little room.
It's a full-fledged legitimate club, and I'll always have like a weird soft spot in my heart for there.
Yeah.
At the Haha, because when we first moved here, they were the first like club that did an open mic when everywhere else was shut down, because they have that little outdoor
did
patio.
they?
Yeah, they have like the side room that's like the outdoor patio. They would do open mics over there, so that was one of the first club open mics that we ever got into.
And we started getting those were like our first shows.
Yeah,
like our
Yeah.
name on a poster that we could post on Instagram and be like, look,
That's awesome.
Look, everybody.
It was like our face with the name, and then I could text everybody back home like, "See, I wasn't wrong."
It was.
My first poster was Young Baka.
Oh God!
But I was as pumped when I got
God.
my poster back.
Don't get me started.
Oh, should we even get into
let's-
this?
No.
Let's move
Maybe.
on.
Yeah.
All right, let's-
yeah.
all right.
Yeah. No.
Let's move on.
Unless he's the next guest on the podcast.
Oh, bad
Let's-
news.
He comes out of the back.
Bad news. Waiting in the wings.
Oh, hey, yay! Love your shows.
Like an episode of Jerry Springer. Here he comes.
Those are yes.
But no, that's cool. Like the
Yeah.
the Haha's pretty cool club.
It is.
They gotta do stuff. They upgrade the colors.
So also, Haha's is like it's a legit comedy club.
Yeah,
but it's also
like really good.
It's also kind of in the dumps. It'd be a great place to do, like, bombing podcast and friends. Like once we
totally.
get there,
Put on a real show.
Totally.
Yeah.
once we get there, because we show them the numbers. Hey, we can do 200 people guaranteed. They go, let's do it. Let's put it on.
Yeah.
And then our names on the marquee. Like that was the first place we are looking at in the future.
Buddy Podcast will open for you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Can you imagine a show where a podcast opens for a podcast?
That would be.
Oh, sorry guys, we got the light. We're gonna have to wrap this one up.
Anyway, thank you. Welcome to the Stage Bombing Podcast. It's just the same fucking.
Spray the mics.
No, never again. Never again.
LA, something cool about LA that I learned before I started doing stand up was how small or how accessible comedy was.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the biggest comedians for $20
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
No,
At the comedy store, $20. At the Laugh Factory, like, I don't know, what, $15, $20? Nothing.
It's mind-boggling that, and we brought this up earlier about how like in Nashville, twice a month you could get up at an open mic. It's like the amount of like stage time that you can get in a day here.
Oh yeah.
Just blew our minds, absolutely. And I don't know, like getting to see the lineup at the Comedy Store, OR.
Well, and
For
they're
just $20 on a
killers.
Thursday,
and they're
yeah.
so accessible.
Yeah.
Like they go up on stage and then they're just hanging out. Like you just, if you want, whoever you want to talk to, just hey, what's
Also-
up? Great, like you or not.
Also,
Like,
the-
I'm obviously going up to them. I have to talk to people. I have to.
You're good at it.
One of the coolest things once you like kind of get into the like LA open mic scene and like make friends with the door guys at the store or whatever. If there's something going on, if you just tell them that you're a comic, they'll just be like, all right, just go stand in the back. Don't let me regret this decision. And then we saw Tim Dillon the other night.
Oh my God,
just
he's-
headline.
He is so funny.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah, and then even just like in the patio at the Comedy Store, fucking how
Oh,
many?
you see everybody.
Theo Vaughn. I've seen a bunch of conversations with Theo Vaughn,
Yeah.
Bobby Lee, just anybody.
We have this great story about Bobby Lee. We were just hanging out. This was like a year ago or so. This is a long time ago. We were just hanging out, like just drinking, smoking cigarettes on the front rotunda of the Comedy Store, and just seeing like who was going on or whatever.
We didn't have tickets or anything.
Yeah, and I forget how it happened, but we got into a conversation with Bobby Lee, and we mentioned that like we were open micers. We just came from like an open mic. We were just trying to hang out, and he was like, "Oh, you guys are comics?" And we were like, "Yeah." He goes, "Follow me," and he leads us into the OR back to that main like where the comics sit area. And he was like, "Yeah." He like got us past the ticket lady. He's like,
Yeah, the ticket. He walked up to the ticket lady and he said, "Hey, these are my comedian friends. They're good."
Yeah.
And we were like,
He's
what
just-
an insane thing to hear.
And then we walked in, and who walked on stage? Who
It
was
was Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence? As we sat down in that back booth, Martin Lawrence came on stage and killed for 20 minutes.
Okay, that's unreal.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
so-
Bobby Lee went up right after.
Yeah.
That's who Mitzi put before.
Oh wow! Oh
That's
shit!
who Mitzi put before Rogan. by
Oh,
the way.
Martin Lawrence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not Eddie Murphy.
I've had some of my favorite memories
That's crazy.
are at the Comedy Store.
That's really fun. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
And dude, he didn't have to do that. We were nobodies.
Of course
we're
not.
still nobodies.
You didn't even expect anything.
Yeah.
and he'll never remember it
He's but
But
you
it's-
will forever.
forever. And I want to tell him one
Like
day.
he went out of his way to just be the nicest because why not?
Yeah.
It's like he could see
He's
us.
just-
It's like he could see it in our eyes. Like we were sad puppies. Like, oh god. It was just like,
Well, because he's been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
he was the unknown.
someone did that for him, and
Yeah,
he's passing
yeah.
it on. And I'll do it for someone
Absolutely.
hopefully when that day comes.
I'm gonna do it for too many people.
Yeah, you would. Hey, 900. These all 900 people are with me.
My best bet is just getting the comedian to come outside and perform.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you just do the patio? What I was gonna say, sometimes I get offended if I have to get metal detected going into the comedy store.
yeah.
Because I'm so used to everybody like,
Get in
okay,
the wave.
Get him in.
Get it. They're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
They're good. They're
If
good.
I get metal detected, I'm like,
It's
who
like-
is
it's like
this
what-
guy.
it's
do you
like-
know who I am?
It's like
Do you have any idea?
the one night that Guam's not working. You're like, oh come on, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, whatever. Sure.
Or-
I didn't leave my keys in my pocket
Or
just so the thing goes off.
Or when they go, who are you here for? Oh, I'm watching the roast battle. Down the hall to the left. I know where it
Yeah.
is. Okay.
How dare you give me directions?
I know where the rooms are. Thank you very much. I'm a regular here, not paid though. The Comedy Store. That's the
tops.
reason we moved out here. Was for that one building.
and it has never disappointed. It just has not disappointed.
It's amazing.
I remember the first time we got to hang out at the green room upstairs.
Yeah,
In the belly room. What was that for? Was that for your roast or Elise's roast?
It was one of Luke Wall's roasts. I
It
think
was Luke's. Yeah, it was one of Luke's roasts, and we were just there to see them.
And we knew some door guys at that point, so they were just like, yeah, just go hang out in the green room.
Yeah.
And we've done it 30 times since, and it's just like we're just
Well,
in
now
it.
it's regular.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time it felt so cool because I was like, oh, we're like comics now. Like
Right?
We got to go through. We didn't have to pay. We got through the entrance. You know.
In the green room with fucking the comics that are about to
I
go
remember the
on.
last time we went there, we went up and we went to go like say hi to Guam, and he was like annoyed. He was like, "No, I'm doing my job. Get back there, guys.
Oh.
Go. You guys know where to go."
Leave me alone.
It's the best.
I just love that whole building, man. And there's so much of it that I have yet to explore.
Every like the way that
Yeah.
that our lives look right now in LA is everything that I pictured when I was sitting at my fucking tiny apartment in Nashville. It's everything that I wanted and
more.
and things I couldn't even like vision, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And it's only on the way up.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I can't wait.
I'll tell you, that's the only thing that gives me a lot of optimism is that like it whatever we're doing, I don't know what it is, it just keeps working. We just keep getting to that next step, whatever that is. It just keeps on working. And I don't know what's, a year, 2 years down the road, but like whatever we're doing, it's working. So we're just going to keep
Just
on doing
keep
it.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I can't wait till our group we get big enough so that we can have a feud with the New York comics.
East Coast, West Coast.
Because I mean
Yes.
we're definitely the West Coast comedians.
Dude, there's like a new wave of New York comics that are at our level
Yeah,
that
and
we
we'll-
don't even know
We'll
yet.
beat the shit out of
Fuck
them.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah,
How
dude.
dare they?
Being in fucking New York, fuck off. I
Oh,
do
you
like
think
New
you're
York.
a tough guy?
I do like New York though. I love to go
Yeah,
there.
it is fun. I've never. Have you done that? Have you gone do comedy there? you
Never.
guys?
I never been there.
I went to New York once when I was a kid. They were the towers were still like a pit. That's all I remember.
Oh,
That's
rough.
about it.
Wait, what happened to the towers? What happened? What do you mean they were a pit?
I don't know.
They were gone.
Oh, I hate to break it. Yeah, he's a big airplane guy. Everybody.
What happened to the towers?
2 airplanes hit the Twin Towers
two
in September
of your favorite vehicles.
2001.
I hate
What
to,
the fuck?
I hate to break this news to you.
Ryan, they're gone. They've been gone for 2 decades.
2 airplanes hit one of the towers.
No,
One of the towers fell. Serious? Are you serious? You're fucking with me.
I'm gonna fight Ryan right now.
You're fucking
No,
with
actually,
me.
no. The New York. This is ammo for the New York comics. Oh, they're gonna be so pissed.
Ryan, you don't really care about the Pentagon, do you?
What happened to the Pentagon?
I was never a geometry guy.
Oh, wait, no, I did hear about the Pentagon. An airplane hit it. What's that face? What is that?
I mean, did it?
Was
it an airplane?
Allegedly.
I heard it was an airplane. The guy who didn't hear about 9/11 but did hear about the Pentagon. Like he didn't. He's more concerned about that field wherever that happened.
Yeah.
Didn't hear about 9/11.
Oh yeah, that was Pennsylvania. Right?
Yeah, field in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the guy that only found out about the Pentagon. He's like, "What do you mean the towers fell? What are you talking about?"
I did hear about the Pentagon.
It's like, dude, didn't they wheel the TV into your classroom like everybody else?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was in 5th grade.
See, I don't remember 9/11. I wasn't online yet. I think
I was in 5th grade. I went home.
I don't think I'm online now. To be
I remember getting.
You're not. You're definitely not.
I remember getting out of school early. I was like, "This is the best day ever."
Fuck yeah,
Dude.
half day, not even half.
I remember thinking like, this is kind of sweet. Like I did not understand the magnitude. Like I was like, this is kind of rules. We're just watching TV in school.
How old were you when 9/11? It was 2001.
I was in
so you
5th grade.
You were 29, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, I was still in 5th grade. I'd been there for a while.
No, how old were you? 5th grade?
5th grade. So however old that is.
Wow, I must have been in
10.
kindergarten. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know name or numbers. I mean,
I was in math class and they literally wheeled in the TV. We're just watching TV.
Man.
And like I didn't understand the magnitude. I knew it was. I knew that I don't know. I knew something happened.
Yeah.
We kind of were getting out of school.
it didn't affect you though.
Yeah. I was just like sick. I can ride my bike like an hour early. That's awesome.
I can go home and skateboard. Fuck yeah.
I tried skateboarding. It wasn't for me. I was just
Loved
bad. I was just very bad.
Do you guys?
You guys were punk rock.
Do you guys
big
have
part of
this
my
weird
life.
thing on your Instagram algorithm when you go to the explore page? Like every other video is just footage of 9/11.
No.
No.
No?
I get a lot of
Wait, what?
I get a lot of half naked chicks.
All right, we're clearly looking at different things. I've got
I get a lot of like motorcycles and airplane. Why is yours 9/11?
I don't know. I haven't clicked on it, or it's like every half scroll is like a video of 9/11.
Yeah, but that's got something to do with like your algorithm.
That's what you click.
No, but
I'm clicking on pictures of boobs.
No,
okay?
but I'm not clicking on 9/11 footage. It's just like it's
What?
feeding me. Look, I'll show you.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna bring it up right now.
No, I got like airplanes and
No, look, mine's all
Okay, he gets airplanes. He doesn't even get 9/11.
Yeah, I don't really get the 9/11.
He's halfway there. All right, hold on. Scroll through this and stop as soon as you find.
Yeah, I wonder how they know. Like I
footage
never
of 9/11.
okay, this is real, by the way. I'm gonna refresh, dude. Just so.
All right,
Hold on. Refresh, and there it is. What the dude?
that's what I'm telling you.
No, see,
Really?
you can't be
Oh
doing
my
that,
God,
dude.
yeah, why?
What? It was within the first 4 blocks.
Keep scrolling down. There's gonna be more.
Why?
Okay, I'm scrolling. Pentagon. Okay, technically that's part of it.
That was part of 9/11. It's not the Twin Towers.
Okay,
but, like,
scrolling. There's some pretty women. Oh, she's really cute. And then 9/11. What is going on?
I'm not sure.
What is going
Yeah,
on?
what?
I have no idea.
Well, that's something
Hold
you're
on.
doing, though.
It's a problem. I can't fix it.
Man,
Here's my explore page.
fuck.
It's just chicks like in like skin colored
No,
clothes.
Tom, that's too many chicks, dude.
Look at that.
That's too many. Yeah, there's 9/11.
Hold on, hold on. You see?
No, there's Ryan Gosling, who is me,
Yeah.
but there is
Right.
9/11. Oh my god.
Look at that.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. It's just constant 9/11.
Then you got
all the
padding.
But
time.
Tom, yours.
Look at that. That's the tower burning.
I think
No,
they
we see
like
it.
I never go on Instagram, so I think they just know I'm a guy.
Is that right?
I rarely open Instagram.
Your explore page was like every square was just a naked lady.
Just a chick. I never use like I don't go on it
I love
at
Instagram.
all. Like I'll check it when I get like 10 notifications. I'll be like, ugh, and then I'll message whoever back.
What other social medias do you have?
There it is again.
Well, I have them all.
Okay, yes,
Look at that.
yes, it's
I have
9/11.
them.
It's
I
a
have them all.
diagram of how the towers collapsed.
Okay, but you're doing it though. It's something you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing though.
Stop clicking on it. That you just made it worse.
Yeah, you did just make it worse by clicking.
Yes, there's another one.
All right, look,
Okay.
I'm just gonna put my
Put your phone
Wait,
on.
what'd you just ask me?
Out of here, man. Well, I don't even remember. What other social medias do you have?
Oh yeah. Other I have them all. I just never. I stay off of them. I don't like. I'm never doing something and I'm like, I gotta post this to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I use Instagram for is to just follow other comedians.
Yeah, I only post
then,
like show promos and pictures of me doing stand up.
I didn't use it at all. I've had Instagram since the beginning.
Yeah.
And it used to not like you could be friends with people, but it used to be like just camera filters. Like you would take a picture on your phone and then you would bring the picture into the app and then you put whatever filter
Like
on.
9 too many filters.
Yeah, that was it. It was like just a camera filter
Yeah,
app.
it was fun.
Tom, back when you first downloaded Instagram, did you have to put the giant hood over with the camera flash when you took pictures?
Yeah, it took like 3 hours to take a photo.
They had to stand there with no smile, just okay,
Yeah.
maybe we got it. We'll find out in 9 months.
Yeah, 100%.
Taking pictures back then must have been a
I got
pain in the
that.
ass.
But yeah, I never really, I don't know. I never think about doing it, and then I don't know.
I got Instagram, TikTok, and a YouTube account, and that's it. I don't have Twitter. And
It's
X.
called X.
okay,
How
see,
dare you?
I wouldn't even
How
know that.
dare you, dead name?
I don't even have Spotify. When I want to listen to music, I go to YouTube
Yeah.
like a psycho.
Oh, see, I got Spotify and Apple Music. So Apple Music's just for me. So like when I'm home by myself and I'm whatever playing video games or clean whatever, I put on Apple Music and I put that on shuffle. But if I'm hosting, you gotta have a good playlist.
Yeah,
You
always had the best, by the way.
Well, duh. But I know that
Goes
people
without
are not going to listen to my people aren't going to like my Apple Music shuffle. Like that's just for me.
Yeah,
I got a lot of Irish music on there. It's
a lot of Kesha.
there's a lot of stuff that I don't even like on there, but I don't even know. Like it's so much work at this point to take it off, so I just skip it.
Is your Irish playlist just the Dropkick Murphy song 100 times?
I do love Dropkick. That's my St. Patty's Day playlist.
Yeah.
Just that over and over again.
What's the Brothers one? Or no, not the
What?
Brothers.
The Clancy
The
brothers?
Clancy Brothers.
Tim Finnegan lived in Morgan
Oh,
Street,
yeah.
the gentle Irishman by heart.
Yeah, dude, that one. You like them?
Finnegan's Wake?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Play it.
Banger of a jam. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't consider Spotify as like a
I guess it's
social
not a
media.
social media, you know.
Yeah.
They're kind of, I mean, you can be friends with people, I guess, on there. But no, I've got TikTok, I got Facebook, I got X,
Deleted my Facebook.
I have. See, I just don't go on it. I feel bad every year because my mom is like, oh Tom, you gotta thank everybody on your birthday,
Yeah.
and I never do.
I never went on it, so I just went fucking just delete it.
Well, I had Facebook when it was like cool when it just came out. You could only get it if you had a college email address.
Yeah.
So you had to like be invited to Facebook.
You joined when it was the Facebook, I bet.
When it was the Facebook. Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
original name. That's okay.
Probably actually.
But you don't use it anymore, though?
No. I mean, I have it on my phone. I just don't use it.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Social media is just not interesting to me. It's not like I guess Instagram is probably the most interesting. Like when I open it, I always watch people's like videos of their sets.
Yeah.
And I always throw them a like, even if it sucks.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
I need those likes.
I need every like you can give me.
I'm just trying to give all the likes, but no, like I'll scroll through it a little bit, but I get sick of it, and then I'll look at the clock, and it'll be like 25 minutes I'm on this. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
am I on this for so long?
You got to use them properly. Instagram is for pictures mainly.
Yeah.
I still look at it as a picture social media.
See, I
app.
think of it as more of like a video thing.
It's turned into that.
Yeah.
That's why I like YouTube. I have my own YouTube account, and if I want to post like a video, like I'll post it on there. YouTube's
Yeah.
video, Instagram's picture.
See, YouTube's for longer videos. Instagram to me is for like short, like minute and a half longest clips.
Or like every comic's crowd work clips.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah.
I have a few of those. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I mean, I
But-
got them too, but I still look at it as like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pictures.
picture kind of.
Yeah, the only thing I do on Instagram is just like promote shows and just post pictures of me doing stand up. That's literally it. I like there's nothing personal on there. I'm not like I had a weird egg for breakfast today. It's like it's strictly business. It's all stand up.
My man, thank you.
I mean, and TikTok doesn't appeal to me at all. Like, I only have it so
I don't
that
have
like
one.
whatever
Thank you.
people send me TikToks and
I got really into TikTok.
I'll just open them.
I got really
and
into
watch
it,
'em.
and I haven't opened it in like months. But
It's just when people send me a video.
Yeah.
Then I can watch it. Like, I used to not have it, but then I get the FOMO. I'm like, I have to see what they said.
I don't have that at all. I'm fine with not seeing what's on the TikTok.
I can't live the rest of the day if I don't know what that video was about. And then it's never good.
that's why you can't have all of them. You can't have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, fucking whatever.
It's just too much.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, you just have fucking
Well,
two.
I don't know about LinkedIn. That's if you graduated college. That's
I
something
did.
else.
But who uses LinkedIn? It's my headshot from when I was 20. So it was like a 40-year-old headshot.
Yeah, if you have too many,
Tom, you're 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not young, guys.
if you have too many social medias, it's just your phone is just nonstop. It's just nonstop.
I also have none of the notifications on.
Yeah, me neither. I turn all those off. I don't want to know unless I seek out to click on.
Like,
it.
I just turned off my Snapchat notifications again.
See, I don't have
It's
I deleted Snapchat.
The only people that Snapchat me is we have a big family group Snapchat. There's like 40 people in it, and it's like, oh, look at the baby, and yes, I love my cousins, but like, I'm not getting notified every second.
No.
Delete it. Get rid of it.
My only notifications are car chases and text. I love car chases so much.
Did I ever tell you I was on camera in a car chase in Hollywood one time?
Were you?
Yeah, it was my first job when we first moved here. I would go around town.
Fluffer?
And yeah, no. I would go around town and like secure places for in this big van for like places to film. I'd like talk to the residents and be like, hey, we're gonna park the toilets in front of your house, and they'd be like, no, you're not. And then I'd be like, how's a $6,000 check sound? And they'd be like, you're gonna park the toilets in front of my place. But this one time I was driving eastbound on Hollywood. I just passed Vine, and this car like zipped past me, and like 6 police officers came down. It was like you know how low those helicopters fly.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And I went and I looked it up on the news, the local news the next night, and then I saw my van there. I was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That rules.
It's actually
little did he know I was the one in the car.
And you got away.
I got away. I got
Well
away.
done. They get away all the time. It's like the ones where they get away are the most boring ones.
Yeah.
Except when you see them get away. I've seen a couple get away, and I'm like, no way. Here's the move, okay? I'm going to put it out in the world.
Uh-oh.
If you're ever running from the cops in L.A., so
Motorcycle.
you got to see first step one. While you start getting chased, right? You got a cop right behind you. Step one, start driving absolutely insane. You have to go into oncoming traffic. You have to be like so nuts. You have to be flying fast. You have to be so nuts that the cops go into tracking mode, is what they call it. Tracking mode is when there's only a helicopter above, like, following you.
Yeah, it's like too
And
dangerous
all
for them
yes,
to.
because if there's 8 cop cars doing everything you do, like 20 people are gonna die.
Yeah.
This is very valuable information.
So they back off.
Hold on.
The squad cars back off, and so you're on your own. But the helicopter's still chasing you, right? Step 2, call your friend. In this case, I'm calling you guys.
Okay, do it. We're there.
I'm saying,
We're
hey,
there.
Hey guys, I'm on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm gonna be under this viaduct. Just wait for me under this viaduct.
Yeah.
You'll see me. I'm in a stolen black Audi.
Okay.
Just park under the viaduct going north.
Yeah.
Because
You're on the 101 under Gower.
because I'm gonna be coming south, and you say okay.
Okay.
So you're heading north.
Yeah.
I'm flying by.
Mm-hmm.
But as I hit the viaduct, you got to hit the brakes a little bit because you don't want to get injured.
That's right.
Yeah.
So slow down a little bit, viaduct, boom. Ghost ride the car,
Hop in.
dive out,
Hop in the truck.
into your car.
We keep going north.
But here's why we get caught, because I'm sitting in the back
Oh,
of the
man.
No,
truck.
but you're lying
and
down.
they know my face. And we're also drinking.
Oh God, are we drinking at the time?
We're gonna have to be.
It depends when you called us.
But yeah, so
if it's like 10 p.m. and we're like, we gotta go save Tom.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But no, that's the move. You got to go. You got to ghost
call me
ride,
past
ghost
6
ride
p.m.
through the viaduct so that the chopper follows the car, because they still think the car's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they follow the car out the other way, and then we're
And you
gone. Zo.
Duck
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Nothing but
getaways.
free road till Ventura,
Oh
baby.
yeah, let's go. It's great. And then the stolen car, like they don't even know that it's you.
Yep. Right off into the sunset. Down Sunset. All the way.
Let's
All the
go.
way to Badger.
All the way to
Jam.
B&J. Guys, should we wrap this one up?
Let's wrap it.
Let's wrap it up, baby. I think we've done the most.
Tom, thank you so much for having us.
Thank
on.
Guys,
you. Look, Tom, you're
keep it at any time. Can you guys get like weekend availability or what? That'd be
no, we
nice.
work weekends.
Yeah.
I
unfortunately.
know.
We have our dumb day job
We're-
until we're funny enough. To
We're not funny enough to
Yeah, we're not funny enough
have weekends off.
But eventually, eventually we will.
Well, whatever. We'll figure it out. Always.
Yeah. Well,
You got shows coming up. What do you got?
I got a show.
I got a show as
This
well.
is going to come out in 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
I have a show on the 25th of this month, February 25th, at the Hotel Cafe. A new.
Oh, whose shows it? Is
it's-
it Cassidy's?
It's Dante Gonzalez.
Dante's.
Dante and his friends. It's their first time putting it on,
Nice.
and they're
genuinely hilarious guy.
Yeah,
by the
they are
way.
really-
He's one of the good
Yeah.
ones.
yeah, he is one of the good ones. Like, because you see him. I was having this conversation with I'll say their names, Luke Roberts and
hilarious. Guy.
and Mike Lamar.
Yeah.
We had a bomb mic at some mic, and anyway, we were talking afterwards, and we were exchanging. We were just talking, and we were all just like, I told them, I was like, you guys are like some of the good ones. You guys are like really about it. Like, just I love you guys. Stick with it. Whatever. They're very similar. They're like, you can see them.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that are like, oh, you're like a good shit. And but yeah, February 25th, Hotel Cafe. I'll be doing 6 minutes. If you come on out and if you get
6 minutes.
6 minutes, baby.
You have that much?
That's all I have. But if you buy a ticket,
He's only got 5.
if you buy a ticket, it's on me. So just let me know if you want to come and tickets on me. It'll be totally fine. Just check my Instagram at Ryan Jennings.
Quick story about Luke Roberts. The last open mic that I was with him at, he went on stage and then fumbled for a minute and then reached in his back pocket and pulled out a CVS receipt that was blank on the back that had all of his notes on it.
Oh my god!
And then proceeded to kill. He crushed it. And then at the end, he was like, all right. And he just tossed the notes off. Didn't even bring them with him, dude.
That's the most Luke Roberts
Yeah.
move
Dude, it's
ever.
hilarious.
He is so.
Yeah.
That's
At the mic, this happened last night. We were at the mic I just mentioned, and we were sitting next to each other, and I had my notebook on like the chair in between us, and I had just gotten off, and he reached over and opened up my notebook and just went, and he tore a page out. And then wrote his shit, and then I'm watching the comic on stage, but I just I look over and he goes, ah. I got nothing. And I was like, "Go, just go, whatever, dude."
He's so funny.
He's very funny. He's a funny dude. So is Mike Lamar.
All right, I'll be at Comedy Boulevard on the 25th. I'll be at Comedy Boulevard on the 24th. The night of the 24th, I'll be doing 8 minutes.
Holy shit!
So if
I wish I had 8 minutes.
yeah, so if you want to come see me, trounce about for a little bit, I'll be there.
It'll be a back-to-back. Come see him 24th.
Yeah.
Come see me 25th, man.
Yeah.
Hell
it.
yeah. What's your old Insta?
Oh, follow me. I'm Haydn Wyckoff, Haydn Wyckoff.
And check out the podcast, Bombing Podcast.
Oh, their podcast rules. It's so
Yeah.
fun to be on.
We're at 104 episodes at this point.
It's so fun to when you guys have me. It's a blast.
Oh, you've been on 4 times.
I know. It's so.
I think
fun.
you're one of the most frequent guests, actually. Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move in with you, to be honest.
Pull a Luke Walls.
I don't even need. Yeah.
Speaking about that, next guest will be Luke Walls.
Yeah.
So tune in for that. And email us, bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
It's completely anonymous. We do not name names. So if you did a murder or something, we won't out you.
Yeah. You'll just have to take our word for that.
I mean, they wouldn't necessarily get caught from an email. The cops would just be like, "Well, they're out there still."
Well, we just won't say your name. We don't name names on the email.
You imagine a judge being like, "All right, I present as evidence this clip from Bombing Podcast,"
and it's just us, just like fucking
clinking drinks around.
Comedy Store is weird,
guys. And I'm Tom Carlos Kelly. Thanks. Peace.
Thank you, dude.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Thank you,
boys.
Tom. Love you, brother.